We ain't
Whoop.
Kenny in a minute.
Kenny too long-winded, man.
He likes to filibuster.
That shit be boring.
Sis is on her way back. A few seconds. She got to get her lighting stuff together. We need sis. Hope it's tequila sis. I want a tequila sis to come on tonight.
Yeah, man. Sit now. Well, Kenny, yeah, man, he just too long-winded for me. I can't take
Kenny
it.
is pretty long-winded. He says good stuff though. I will give him that. Kenny speaks a lot of good knowledge. It's just I have to jump in and out of the conversation because my attention span's not the best. I know my weaknesses. I gotta jump in and out listening because I start thinking about other stuff.
No, I feel you. I feel you. All right, I think that's sis right there.
Cool, cool, cool.
What's good? What's good? And everybody can hear us all right?
Yep, yep.
Live. Everybody jumping into the stream. I apologize. I'm on travel. I don't got the soundboard, but we're gonna make it do what it do. Love was good.
What's going on? Happy Tuesday.
Yeah, man. Everything's everything.
You know it. It's a beautiful day in Zamunda. I'm excited about tonight's podcast. It's gonna be
Mm-hmm.
good. You're right, Hood Miss. It's gonna be a good show tonight. What's up, bub?
No doubt, no doubt. Isha, what up?
What up? What up?
Hey, shit. What's that shirt you got on?
Positive energy, and
Word.
I'm ready for all the smoke.
No doubt. Dana was good. Whoa. Dana, does that shirt, is it missing buttons or you miss buttons? Huh?
I am.
Hey, button. You got one more button.
It's oh my god.
Go
It's a
ahead, button
cardigan.
that right there. Well,
Jesus
maybe
Christ
put
on
you in
the
the
bottom.
back over cleavage. Miss Nay
It's
was
no
good.
showing.
Well,
What's
just in
up?
case. Was good.
What's up? What's up?
All right. You just
You froze.
Uh-oh. That's that cheap Motel 8, Motel 6 Wi-Fi. Nay, what you drinking tonight? Well, he comes back. What you drinking tonight, Nay?
This is red wine. I'm trying to think what I'm drinking. What red wine is it? Merlot.
Okay, Merlot.
Yes.
Chocolate drop.
Yeah, chocolate drop. Chocolate drop.
That's like the joke every day now.
Ro, what's good? We're gonna keep it moving. Ro, what's good?
What's going on? Good evening, ladies.
You have a
Hey,
good day
hey.
today?
I did. It was a good day.
Ro and her Erica Badu. She's
Yeah. Yeah,
zen,
she look
zen,
real
zen.
zen. She look real zen right
Right?
now. I like it. Let's see how long it lasts before she give these men all the smoke. You stay on ready. Hey Tay, what's going on?
Hey y'all, hey, I'm good. Off a long day of travel, but I'm excited to be back and be with y'all. Missed y'all.
All right, all
You
right. Did you
back.
bring some sunshine back with you?
Um, on my body, yes, I got a nice little tan.
Yeah, you look a little bit sun
Okay.
kissed.
Fine.
You look a little bit sun kissed. That's what's up.
Appreciate you.
Hey, can y'all hear me?
Yes, we can hear
Yes.
you.
So we just had a power outage down here.
Oh,
So give it some time to get my computer back going. Y'all held it down for a second?
yeah, you know it.
Yes.
No,
Asia doing
no
the thing.
doubt.
You know it.
Hey, Nay, you just passing with that sheer coverall.
It's a top over a tank top. It's nice. Y'all like it?
It's real cute, Nay. It's cute.
Thank
You
you.
styling. You styling.
Thank you.
Are we gonna hamp you good, or you want to keep on going?
Yeah, it's terrible. Roll it up though.
Good evening, Hampton.
And I apologize to the people. I hope this shit gets going. Tay, how's your shit? Cause my shit shaky. I know yours gotta be.
Wow. First of all, we good over here. Okay. I hope.
You sound better. You sound better than normal, actually.
Uh-oh. Okay, I'll take that. Thanks.
Yeah, I mean that ain't saying much, but
I
shit.
know.
You got
Sis,
good luck.
what's good? Sis, what up though? You got the chair and the lights. Okay. I can't hear you. Actually kind of easy from the phone. All right. So everybody good. All right. So love, what we talking about today?
So today's topic actually comes from Miss Dana. Thank you, Miss Dana, for this topic. Are men responsible for so many single women? Let's talk about it. I think Camp is still frozen again. So Dana, what was your thinking behind this topic?
Well, really, it's just a matter of wanting to change the perspective a little bit. I feel like a lot of the topics that we do are based around accusing or blaming women for all of humanity's problems, so all of society's problems. So I thought it might be interesting to kind of spin it a little bit to see what the thoughts are behind men and their role in the number of single people. That's really it.
I think it's going to be a good conversation, and I'm excited for when the men do come on the panel so they can answer this, give us some insight into their role in the singledom of women. I know Hamp has an actual question behind it. We're gonna wait for him.
All right, that's me. All right. Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Man, I never had this shit happen to me before. I don't know how you do it, man.
You got to stop staying at that Motel 6. You got to get better Wi-Fi. Go to the Marriott or something.
This is a Marriott. How you feel now?
I can't tell now with that internet. It's Motel 6 internet quality. Go off, though.
Right. See, it works still. It still works. But I don't know. You never know. So if I get cut off again, because it's been so hot down here, actually it was like 110 today. So sometimes that messed up the power grid and the Wi-Fi and all that stuff. So just FYI, we was using the elevator today. The elevator overheated. Just weird stuff going on. So if I get cut off, yeah. If I get cut off, y'all know what to do. Yeah, so I got a couple questions kind of leading on it. Because I feel like when I look at the comments, this is a great topic because you're right. It is a spin. So, but I do want to ask you guys some questions because you guys are the people that I have to ask the questions to. So I want to ask this question flat out first. I want to get you guys' take on this. And it's a simple question. What do men want? What do men want? Tay, what do men want?
I don't know, honestly. But from the conversations we've been having, I can gather that men want a young woman who's pliable in their mental space that they can control or whatever. I'm still trying to figure that out myself, having so much experience with singledom.
Okay, so men want what now? Young women that will conform to what their program, is that
what they need? Yeah, I guess. Yeah, somebody they can ply and mold into whatever they see their partner into being. Somebody who could clearly have babies for them and all that good stuff. It sounds like you guys just, you want a feminine woman from what we've been discussing, what we've been talking about these past couple of weeks. Someone who's okay with being submissive or allowing a man to lead. I think that's the gist of it.
Do you think that when men say they want like a woman they can mold, do you think it's out of manipulation or you think it's constructive?
I think it can be either depending on the man.
Hold on.
No, but from what we've been talking about, it seems as though.
What do you think?
It's more of a not a manipulation type thing. I think that's an outlier depending on, folks' situation. But overall, I think it's just you want somebody you can partner with, but that's just not how y'all saying it.
But you agree that, or you believe that men are being more constructive with it than manipulative?
The men that I've dated, yes.
But what about the men overall? What do you think? You think men are mean it in a good way, or do you think they're trying to,
No, I don't know, because I like to give people the benefit of the doubt. So I see it in a positive light. Yeah.
Okay, so you think most men mean it positively?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Okay. Ro, what's good? What do men want?
I agree with Tay. And to answer your question, I think that they want what they didn't get from their mother.
What's that?
Whatever it is. If they didn't get the attention, I think that they feel, like Tay said, if they're younger, they're able to mold them into the way. And it doesn't have to be manipulative. It's just in their head. They feel like that's what they need. And so that's what they want.
All right. So, what do you think that most men don't get from their mom that they're looking for their girlfriends or wives to?
I think they want attention, and I think that they have needs that most of them weren't able to express as a kid and growing up into adulthood. As you said, you have that 30% that aren't intimate. I think that most of them want someone that they can get the things that they need, that they have not received, whether that's, like I said, my main thing is attention. The first thing that comes to my head is attention. The second thing comes to my head is communication. They don't feel like they can communicate what it is that they need. So they're going to go to whoever they feel comfortable with.
So you don't agree with the sentiment that these single moms raise their daughters and coddle their sons?
Repeat that.
There's a sentiment out there that the moms raise their daughters and coddle their sons.
Well, it goes back to what I said last week. I don't believe women can raise boys to be men. And so if that's the first thing they do is coddle them, then again, that does not help them as adults.
But no, what I'm saying is you said that they're looking for things they didn't get from their mother, like attention. But if the sentiment is that that sons are coddled by their moms, that means they're getting attention, you know?
Not necessarily.
So coddling involves what? So, like for instance, I had my son. I seen Asia this weekend, and with one of her friends who was terrible on a podcast, but she cool in real life. They coddled my son to death. So, like, I couldn't get him back. He was just being held, shit like that. And that was mad attention. Am I wrong? I feel like that's coddling.
Coddling does not necessarily mean attention. Coddling could mean that you're just giving your kid materialistical things. That doesn't mean that they're getting the attention they deserve or they need.
I don't know, bro. You tap dancing a little bit.
I'm not tap dancing. Some kids.
I didn't say it. Mike Brown said it. Can I read the $20 super chat? That's so much love. Or you want to talk over the $20? You know what? Fuck the super chats, right, bro?
Sorry.
Mike Brown with the $20 super chat. What up, bro? What is Ro talking about?
I just believe that, like I said, men do not get the attention that they need and they got from the females in their life, whether it be their mother, whether it be women that they've dated. We've had men on here say that they date women that they continue to date that manipulate them. Like, I mean, what are y'all saying? So that's just what I think. I think they want a woman where they're getting what they need. It doesn't mean that they're manipulating them. It just means that they're looking for a woman to give them what they need.
Bro, it's rough on you right now because you said initially getting what they didn't get from their moms. That's the point. Right. That kind of threw shit off a little bit. Yeah, if you're saying getting what they need, that's different. You saying what their mom didn't give them, that's a totally different ball game. Okay. Dana, what do men want? Because I don't think Ro know.
I think men want it all. They want too fucking much.
Jesus.
I think that they want the benefits of a relationship while behaving like single people. And for that reason, I think that's why so many men want women they can mold or control or manipulate. That's what they want.
Wait, okay. John the Baptist with the $10 super sticker. John was good. We appreciate you. Look, the ladies didn't even say hi, man. Y'all ain't shit, man. Hey, nah, it's too late to wave. Y'all could have been waved. So Dana, mold, control, and what else?
Manipulate.
So you believe you don't agree with what Tay's sentiment is. You think it's all like like adversely try to mold these women.
Absolutely.
Damn. So mold, control, and manipulate. That's how you feel when they want to get the younger women in whatever the case is.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Damn.
So I don't think men really.
I didn't ask you yet.
Ooh, we aggressive
Isha.
tonight. Ooh, we aggressive tonight.
Hey, y'all. Hey.
How you gonna be aggressive first? I'm talking about I'm aggressive. Isha.
Yes.
Go ahead, Negro.
So don't kill me. I really do believe that men want other men, not because I think they just blame women for so much shit. I think they'd rather be around other men.
What you mean?
I know I've asked you before, like several times, like, damn, him, do you really hate women? Because sometimes it comes off so harsh when men talk about women, or you women are the reason for this, you women are the reason for this, or you women nag, you do this and you do that. Then go be with a man.
Are you saying be with a man or be around men?
Be with them, be around them, have them. I think that's what they prefer anyway. You asked me what I think men want. I think other men.
So you think most men are gay?
Mm-hmm.
Are you fucking serious?
Get out of here.
Go ahead.
I think they have gay tendencies. I do.
Angry Snowman, you hear this shit, man? This is crazy. That's crazy. She's bugged out. Sis. Oh, Lord. I got them going back to back. Ain't no telling what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Go ahead, sis.
When you first said it, I immediately thought
No way.
a freak in the sheets and a lady in the streets.
Okay.
And then a sandwich. But I do think there's something to what Ro was getting at, because some men want to continue to be, I think they actually want to continue to be nurtured and coddled like some others do. And then on the flip side, there are some men who
Sorry,
look
sis.
for.
Why is Ro nodding?
Because I said that. I said that.
No, Ro, stop it. You said what they're not getting from their moms. Sis said
They're not getting attention.
Good
That's
God Almighty. Can I finish? Because I mean, please. Headscarf tight. Sis said they want to continue to get what they're getting from what they got from their moms. You said what they didn't get. Stop nodding, girl. Go ahead, sis.
You know my thinking is
I know I
at the moment. Oh, yeah. I forgot that part.
Yeah. All right. If you remember, you could jump in while Asia talking. John the Baptist with a $2 super chat. These ladies are trolling tonight. Hard. That's a fact. Y'all wilding right now. Go ahead, love. You gonna end it off with some wild shit? Go ahead.
So
I gotta get Nate still, but Nate even. Well, we'll see.
First of all, listen.
She's been with men before.
I've been with men. Thank you.
Whatever. Go.
So, two things. I definitely agree with Isha that men really want men, but they want to have sex with women. If they could be around men 23 hours a day and be with the woman for the other hour to have sex, that would be their Shangri-La. Men really don't want to be around women. Really. Yeah, y'all, to spend time with women, you know, it's like a checklist or check the box, right? Y'all don't want to be around women. Y'all don't even like women. Other thing I was going to say is I don't think men really know what they want, because when it's been asked, they always sit there and say feminine, 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 feminine. Well, sir, what's feminine? I don't know. I just know when I see it. That doesn't make any sense. Define it. Define it. So I don't think men really know what they want. And so they do want the nurturing woman. You don't want a mean woman, but don't be too nurturing. Don't be too nice. You don't want a dummy. Don't be too smart. Not smarter than me, especially. I mean, you want a moldable woman that you can train like a puppy, but dang, girl, can you do something by yourself? Like, men really don't know what they want.
So are you saying what Isha's saying? Are you saying that men want to have sex with women and hang out with their buddies?
Absolutely. They don't want to be around a woman. If they could get sex.
Wait, that's not what Isha said, though. She said these niggas is gay.
Well, I mean, if you want to be around a man, if you want to be around a man all day long, I think that's suspect because I love men and I don't want to be around females all day long. I like the energy of a man. So for men not to like the energy of a woman is scary. So that goes along with what you said.
Read the super chat.
Oh, I thought I was talking. Hey, Mr. White or Adrian White, thank you for the $5 super chat. Put Ro in the bathroom for me one time. LOL.
Somebody do it. Can somebody do it?
Put him in the bathroom.
And then this one. Yo, you got with the $5 super chat. AJ, you can finish. Women have called men deadbeats, dogs, etc. for decades, and we never called them gay. Why should we protect disrespectful women? Golly, you might be on to something. Go ahead, finish your thought. Sis, did you get yours back? Oh, look, sis, mad at him. Chill, sis. Damn. Go ahead, love. You finish when we get in. What?
All right, so I just wanted to sum it all up. Again, I like the energy of a man. I like what I can get from him. I like being around the comfort of a man and the energy and the presence of a man. And so I would never want to be around a female all that time because then I'm missing that energy of a male. So for the men, majority saying they would rather be with their boys all day. That's suspect, to be very frank. Because why do you enjoy the energy of a man so much? You have your own energy. You have your own masculine male energy. Why do you thrive off another masculine male energy so much and so hard? Like, that's crazy. Fugazi.
Okay. Nay, you might know a little bit something about that. So what's up? Is these niggas gay? Have you developed your gaydar?
What'd you say?
Have you developed your gaydar, or are you still in the novice?
I guess you could say I have, right? Okay. I like what Isha said because I was going to think about it. I'm like, half these men be coming in here like bashing us half the time. Like, do y'all even like women? Y'all must like each other. Like, you can't find anything great about us. It's no wonder half the time we don't want y'all. We choose to be single with these white men half the time because I'm seeing that too. Or we be gay. Let's put it out there. But anyway, if we want to talk about what they want, I mean, I guess you could say they want us to be docile and they want us to bust it open whenever they want us to and to just be pretty, I guess. But it really be sounding like half the time they don't even want that because even when you are doing all of that, they still act like everything's a problem.
I might gotta open the phone lines now because I don't know if I can do this by myself. Good gracious, I thought I was gonna be tired today, and like you know how you be feeling. Then I get up here, and y'all start wilding.
No.
Damn, man. All right, hold on. Let me put y'all back. Let me push back a little bit. Love, what is your number one? Oh, hold on. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. I forgot to say interested because my mind is blown right now. That y'all think most men are gay. That's nuts. And then Dana, go ahead, Dana.
I was gonna say, if I'm being honest, I think that's a reach. I think that's a pop out a little bit. I'm not gonna get up here and say that all these niggas are just out here being gay and doing gay ass shit and they want to play butt games with each other. Like that shit is not.
I don't believe that
that's
either.
Not realistic. But I do think that there is a sentiment. There's some truth to the sentiment that there are some men. There's a sample of men, especially the ones who continue to bash us in the comments and come on the show or whatever, who seem like they never have anything good to say about women, but overarchingly, like, they're just not all gay out here. Like that's a bit much, Ish. I don't know. That's a stretch. That's a reach.
I'm gonna agree. I don't think that they're all gay, but I do think that these men have gay tendencies and they prefer to be around other men. I think they want to use women for what women can be used for: cook, clean, have sex, take care of the kids, but prefer to be around other men.
Don't forget
we think we like to hang out with each other.
I don't know what y'all be doing when y'all together, but all that testosterone cannot be healthy.
Nah, think about this for a second. Think about this for a second. And be realistic, Isha. If I'm watching a game, do I want to watch it with my wife or my friend or my boys?
I'm sure you want to watch it with your friends, but your wife.
All right. Hold on. Hold your horses, cowboy. If I'm playing video games, I'm playing Mortal Kombat or Madden, do I want to play with my wife or my buddies?
Your boys.
If I go to the gym and we pumping iron, pause. Do I want to go with my wife or my buddies?
Your buddies.
If I'm going to play basketball, do I want to go with her or my friends?
Your friends.
How about football?
Okay. Your friends.
If we're doing cards and we drop the card, boom, it's a king. You got to do 20 push-ups. Do I want to do that with my wife or my buddies?
Are you proving my point or you're not proving it? Because
no,
it seems like you guys to be with these niggas. No,
listen close. What I'm saying is it makes sense that when we have these out activities, we do them with our friends. That's all I'm saying.
But women can do some of that stuff too, like include.
No, I'm not. I didn't say. I said rather. Right? She could watch the game, but I start yelling and shit. She say stop yelling because the kids is asleep.
So
Put him in the bathroom, man.
So let me ask you this: since you're along those lines, what you just did with Isha, let me ask you this line of questioning. We've been hearing for months now that a man's natural instinct is to protect and provide.
Yeah.
When does that kick in? Because you can't protect and provide other dudes. So you want to. I'm gonna tell you. So you want to play basketball, you want to play football, you want to watch the game, you want to play video games, but at what point does it be like, no, this don't feel right because it's too much testosterone around all the time, right?
Well, first off, men, if men are around the other men, the right type of men, that keep you with a little bit more callous. If you're around women and children all day, your callous is gonna leave a little bit, right? Because men are more brutal with each other, right? You got iron, and iron. That's how that works, right?
Iron sharpens iron, you're saying. Okay.
Yeah. So also protect and provide is for vulnerable, right? So I have a need to provide and protect for people that belong to me and then people I deem that are vulnerable. So that's innate for my children, for women, so on and so forth, because we deem them as lesser and vulnerable and lesser just physically.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
That's
so
all.
So what is the natural instinct of a man then? Like the natural instinct of a man is to do what? Besides what you said there, says you can't do protect and provide unless there's vulnerability around. So what is the natural instinct of a man then?
To provide and protect for the vulnerable and the people that belong to you.
And that's it. That's the natural. That's the full natural instinct of a man.
No, but I'm saying the ones that you brought up. You saying that how can it be if I'm only around other guys? That's simple, right? If the guys, I feel like okay, bet you could help me. That's all that is. But yeah, you have a responsibility to the people that belong to you, and to provide and protect for those people.
So what if you don't? So what if you don't have children and kids, and you're that 54% that are single, with no kids? Are you not fulfilling your duty as a man?
No, you said, how do we feel innately? Yeah, I think okay. So just to answer the question, yeah, I think those men, when they get older, they feel like inept. They don't have a legacy. Like I was just joking with one of my boys the other day. He's like, I traveled for my birthday. I said, you don't got no kids though. Mm-hmm. As soon as you die, you done. Your name is over with. I said, I'm gonna live forever, nigga.
Right,
forever.
You got a bunch of kids. You do.
Yeah. So we get that. I think men get it like how women get it.
So that 54%, so that 54% that are single and unmarried, and they getting older, so they don't. So I'm asking you, does that mean they're not fulfilling their role as a man in society?
Well, I guess it depends on the job they're doing, maybe, but I think it's a role. I think men should have a legacy, and I think kids are a part of that.
So 54% that don't aren't really being men. Okay, got you. Thank you.
No, I didn't say I didn't insult those men. I didn't insult those men, but I
It's
think that
deductive reasoning.
oh, she used deductive reasoning. No, I just think that those men probably I think they're gonna get there, you know. And I think they will, and I think all men need to have a legacy, and your children are that, along with the businesses you grow and own, and you know you could make your mark like that as well, you know. But I think kids, you know, that's a notch that men need to have for sure. Mike is seeing with the $5 super chat. Men have been saying what they want for years. Women don't listen. They wilding, Micah. You heard the shit they were talking about? You gal with the $5 super chat. Y'all are so happy being single and with white men, but yet y'all talk shit about dudes that go overseas. Stop lying, man.
No, we don't. Bye.
I don't think there's one person on this panel that said that they prefer white men.
No. All right, let's answer this question. I gotta give y'all a little pushback because right now I'm stunned. Ooh. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a tiger. Nay.
Yes. You get on my nerves. You gotta take a deep breath all the time.
What is your number one reason for being single / not married?
Well, currently I am not single, but when I was single for about 5
Are you
years.
married?
No, I'm not married. I plan to be though.
Okay, go ahead.
So I was single prior to my situation. Well, I'm not gonna say my situation, the relationship I'm in now. But I was single for about 5 years, and it was because I just wanted to just focus. I was just tired of the bullshit from half of these men that I was dealing with, and it was like, yeah, I can't do this. I was giving them what they wanted and going above and beyond. It was like, yeah, I can't do this. So I need to focus on me and figure out what I really want in somebody and what I can also offer.
What were you giving them?
I guess it depends on the person. I feel like in a way I was docile before. I've been docile. It resulted in abuse. I'll keep that all the way authentic.
But you
basically, I feel like
to fight back though, right?
a little bit, but not much. Not when you can't fight back much. You end up in the hospital several times. So yeah, for me, that just turned me off. And not that I didn't want a man, I still did, but I need to take some time off. And then I tried again. It's like, yeah, I'm not ready. And then I just took at least 5 years off and just focused on making money, taking care of my kids, and then going to school. And then I decided, okay, I think I'm ready to try again. And I did.
You did what?
Tried again.
Like what?
So I tried somebody and I was like, I'm wasting my time with you. So then I tried another guy and I was wasting my time with them. And then I went to the other side because it was better for me.
Okay, this nigga. Joe, how you say his last name? Pennegar?
That's what it looks like.
Oh, it's phonetic. Okay. Joe Pennegar. What up, Joe? You ain't hit me back. My nigga, I need a DJ, dickhead. For the $5 super chat. Those of us that are single aren't invalid. We can still provide shit to the world as well. Yeah,
I agree, Joe.
Hold your horses. I said, yeah, men can build legacy in other ways, but kids are very important to that legacy. But no, y'all not invalid. Yeah, y'all go to the club a lot.
Y'all matter, Joe. Y'all do matter.
Yeah. But men, see, that's the thing. Joe don't need that pussy shit from you, Asia. He know what the fuck I'm saying. God damn it.
I mean, for him to sit there and we were super chat saying he's not invalid. So
all matter, man. See, that's the problem. You know what? It's too somebody else talk. Dana, what is your number one reason for being single?
My number one reason, honestly, there's not a good reason. I say all the time that I've met some really incredible people. I've met some really nice guys. They just haven't been compatible with me, or they just haven't been the right person, or maybe the timing was off. I don't know, but I don't have a real answer for that, to be quite honest with you.
So your experience hasn't been poor necessarily, it's just alignment.
I mean, I've had some poor experiences, but I've had far better experiences. Yeah, I've had far better experiences than I have. I don't have a lot of the dating horror stories that some people have. I do have some really bad like sex stories, But as far as dating goes overall, that's really
Let's hear them, Dana. I want to hear the bad sex
No,
story.
no. Y'all gotta create a women's show where I'm not on. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't even want to hear from Isha on this. Sis, what is your number one reason for being single? God damn it.
That's a interesting question. I think if I'm thinking correctly, I think I messed up in college. I think that was where I was supposed to take somebody serious and make a good choice first. So I think I chose based off of looks and what the person was doing, which was playing football. You know, he had a nice body and, middle linebacker, and he was the best out there. That was all I saw versus what is he going to do with this degree after, and what is he even majoring in? Like, what is like, I didn't even think about any of that. It was all about just what he was doing and how he looked. When there was other men, at the college that probably should have paid more attention to, so I think that was where I kind of slipped up.
So you think all the way back then is why you single now?
I think so, because I had options back then, when you're not as heavy, you got one kid, so that's my identity now. Versus then, I was smaller, looked better, that was like the prime. That's what I'm thinking. So I think that's where it started. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, in a nutshell.
Okay. Man. Oh, damn. Okay. Go ahead, Isha.
Don't do me like that. I really can't. I don't know. I think maybe because I'm 40, maybe I didn't want more kids. I don't know, but it could be my choice in men. I like little rough niggas, but it could be a bunch of stuff.
Like what though? What's the main reason?
I think I want honestly, I really think I want to be like submissive, and I want somebody to lead and stuff like that. But I can't play the dumb role. Like sometimes I really do believe that men don't want women to have a voice. So
So you want to submit. So what do you mean? Like, break that down. Like when you think we're saying submission, you think we want what exactly?
You don't want women to have an opinion or a voice.
Like so how does that manifest?
What do you mean?
So we just saying, what are you saying? Like sit down and shut. Like what do you mean?
Right. Like let me make all the decisions and you just go along with it.
So you don't think men look at their wife as their greatest counsel?
Some men, maybe. A lot of men, no. Most men that I've met, probably not. I think men are coming into this like awakening thing, right? And they're like me man, you woman kind of thing, but they don't know how to. I just don't believe that they know how to properly let a woman be their greatest counsel.
Okay. All right. Love, what you think?
The top two reasons, I think I'm going through an alignment as well. I'm content, and I want to make sure that I'm being very intentional with my time and my energy. So, I mean, there's a lot of men out here, obviously, but I'm being very intentional, and I want to be clear on the interactions that I have and the energy that is expended and the investment of my time. I think that's the main reason, honestly. The second thing is
I just need the one. So break down the intentionality of time.
Making sure that who I am spending my time with is purposeful. because time can't be redeemed. Once it's gone, it's gone, and I just want to make sure time is valuable, and who I'm interacting with and going on a date with, or talking on the phone with, or texting with, that it's productive. And not just even a relationship. It could just be that guy could be a good friend, and that's fine, right? I have good guy male friends as well, but I just don't want knucklehead energy around me, or abusive energy around me. Not always physically abusive. It could be mental abuse. It could be verbal abuse. It could be manipulation. To me, is also abuse. So I just want to make sure that I'm expending energy in the right places. And I've noticed a lot of men don't know how to take a healed woman, and it's kind of looked at as she standoffish, or she what's the word, mean. It's like, no, I'm not mean. I just let's be intentional about our time and our interactions at this point in our lives. I just don't want to play the games and whatnot. Is that broke down enough? Is that good?
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Anybody else want to answer? Tay?
Yeah, I'll jump in here. Me personally, I haven't really been open to actively dating until more recently. So I think that, you have to be in a relationship for a little while, and it has to be serious and things of that nature. But if you aren't dating with that intention, which again, I'm new to this, then that, that's why I haven't been asked, because I haven't been in that type of relationship. But I know my focus was, on myself and making sure I, focused on my career and my education. And then I knew everything else will come afterwards. I wanted to put that first, and then, the other stuff would come, because I have real goals, like in terms of breaking generational curses in my family. And I only want to get married once. So if it's going to happen, it's going to happen the right way. But yeah, I've had certain goals, like not having babies out of wedlock. I'm not just having no kids for fun for these niggas, because I'm not putting my life in danger for that. Now I do agree with the legacy thing. I'm down for that, but it's gotta be, you gotta make me a wife first before the mother. So dating with intention for sure, and just making sure I'm showing up as my whole full self, which I believe we're all still healing. It's all a journey, but just in terms of, like, I had daddy issues. I had shit I needed to work on before I was open to, being there in that space with men, because I didn't trust men for a long time, and it had nothing to do with y'all. That was just my shit. So I just wanted to make sure I was over that before opening myself up and being, to being serious with a man.
Where? Okay. Let me see. Mike Brown with a $2 super chat. First real answer from Sis. John the Baptist, $2 super chat. How many of you ladies play chess? Anybody play chess?
He doesn't want to know if we actually play chess or not. He on that same bullshit he was on last week.
I agree, but I do play chess. But yeah, like a leading trap question. Yeah. That's what he does. So it's all good. But yeah, I play chess.
Damn, I thought you guys said you guys were being genuine with John the Baptist. Now you're saying he asked trap questions?
He does it when he's up here with us. So I'm not saying, but I also say that I enjoy John the Baptist. I do enjoy the banter, but he formulates the questions, a lot of his questions, and he's not the only one. Formulates the questions in such a way where he's not actually looking for the answer. He's trying to make a point rather than just saying the point.
Agreed, Dana. Agreed.
They stay up on top, love. They hate you.
Jay Reezy with the $2 super chat.
Love me. You want me to read it?
Sure.
Jay Reezy 08. Thank you for the $2 super chat. Love is a master of love. That's how I read. That's how I read it. I don't see. That's what I see. You see what you see? You see the same thing? Yeah. Love is a master of love.
No, love is a master manipulator.
Yeah, but I just had a thought.
Go ahead.
Honestly, when I meet men, like, they're almost glad to know that someone saw me worthy enough to have a child with. So, because some men will say to other women, "Damn, nobody wanted to put a baby up in you. That shit was that whack." So I don't think that from what you guys be saying, lowers our value. I don't really think it lowers our value in so many ways, just by the way men think. What do you think
What
about
doesn't?
that?
What doesn't, sis?
Having a child, I don't before you're married, or just being a single mom.
You said it doesn't lower the value.
I think for some men it does, but others I don't think so, because their mind goes, you're how old? No children. They say, and I've heard men say that shit must be whack, or they come up with something else. So just my thought.
Sis, they trying to fuck.
But I get what you're saying when you respond like that, but I'm saying this is what men say and this is what they think. That's what I'm saying.
What are they saying exactly?
I
Have
agree.
you all heard what I'm saying before ever?
Yes, I have. When you're over a certain age, you don't have any kids. They're like, "What the fuck is wrong with you? Like, why she don't have no kids?" I've
Or you
actually
haven't
heard that.
been
'Cause
proposed to.
Oh,
I've heard
yeah.
that before. And I know somebody that didn't have kids, and people are looking at this person like, "How she don't have
I
no
get
kids?"
it all the time. What's wrong with you? Ain't nothing wrong with me.
Yeah, you're not
Yeah.
married and you have no kids, like, and you never had a, like. I've heard that before.
Yeah, but they just say, damn, you don't got no kids. What's up? Like, is your organs working? Not, oh, thank God you got a kid. Are you straight? No, I don't think that's what
But that's still offensive too, because you don't know what people are going through, and you don't know what's happening with my body. You
they
know
don't
what I
care.
mean?
If I meet a 40-year-old man and he doesn't have no kids, I'm like, do your dick work? Like,
Yeah,
for real.
Yeah,
Like,
that's what
I'm curious too.
But
yeah.
Tay, you just said that's offensive. Why you nodding this shit?
No, I'm not. I'm just saying, like, you never know what's going on with the woman's body. So
Mhm.
sometimes that could be offensive. If she's actually having problems, like, damn, what's wrong with you? Something could really be wrong. Like, you can't.
Yeah, well, he actually asking, yo, what's up?
But that's not something I'm gonna share with a
I might
stranger.
want a kid, my nigga. Like, if your shit ain't working right, you need to let somebody know.
But see, it goes back to what we said. Men complain about everything. You have too many kids, the problem.
Thank
You don't
you.
have any, it's a problem. I
Mhm.
can't. What the hell?
No,
You
he just saying you old. Does your shit still work? That's what they mean. But also when he's saying, oh, don't worry about the kid, he know that he just put you in the cheat category. I'm trying to get some cheeks. That's what happens, sis. Don't listen to that bullshit.
Yeah, women have dated, like myself, have dated lots of different men. I've had suitors.
Wait, what, nigga?
Who used that word last week? Asia.
Shut your mouth. Go ahead.
I've had them
different
after
types.
college.
What
That's
you
They
mean
were
you
willing
had them?
to.
Hold on, everybody be quiet. What you saying?
They were willing to be with me. Okay, more than just sex. Okay, we're
You talking
still.
about Tonio?
He's one of them.
Damn, what the hell? You can't do that. Name dropping, my nigga.
Yo, Tonio look like a barilla, man. He don't got no options, Negro.
No,
Real
no,
with the
no.
fat
Don't
ass
do
super
that.
chat.
Don't do that to Tonio.
I
Don't do
like
that.
Tonio.
I know, but don't do
That
that.
nigga look like Swamp Thing. Will with the $5 super chat. That's the game, ladies.
Well, we know. I'm just making it. I'm just
I
saying.
mean, sis doing a good job. Mike Brown with the $5 super chat. The value is the actual man that did put one in you. Pookie versus Nick Cannon. Yeah, man. I mean, I seen this clip today. Boy was saying, I'm saying names, I don't care. Boy was saying, when you date a woman with kids, he's like, it felt like he was in a polygamous relationship. Cause he was like, when he would like, if they were about to go on a trip, the husband or the baby father would be like, yo, I'm not watching the kid. Nah, so now they can't go on the trip. Like the guy would call the house or they'd be going back and forth, and he would ruin the mood in the house. So that night they could be going back and forth about, Jermaine said X, Y, and Z, Jermaine doing this. Now her mood messed up because of another man. So now another man got presence in your house because of the, by byproduct of the kid. I don't know, sis. It's just hard.
Can I go back to the super chat? Because that was a little bit crazy. Mike Brown's about Pookie. I think he put Pooley. I'm assuming he meant Pookie.
Yeah, I said Pookie, I think.
Yeah, but he wrote Pooley. Pooley versus Nick Cannon. I mean, is Nick Cannon honestly any better than Pookie and Ray Ray and Man across the street? Because they have multiple baby mamas, right? Didn't marry any of them. So it's because Nick Cannon has money, but the quality of his relationship with the kids is suffering, and he's actually stated that out of his mouth, that the quality of his relationship with his kids is suffering because he can't possibly spend time with all 12.
I think
He's
that
trying to
goes
keep a
back.
legacy.
I think that goes back to my statement that men like the men, because what he's saying to me is if he's placing value on the man, not the woman. It's like, oh, Nick Cannon wanted you, so yeah, you must be high value. He wanted you, so now I want you.
Ooh, Ish, you shaking the table, Ish, but that makes sense though.
Say it one more time, Ish.
It sounds like he's placing the value on the man. So basically saying, oh, if Nick Cannon wanted you, yeah, I want you because I want you after another high value man had you. Now, if a low value, like you date gutter buckets, I ain't fucking with you. So you valuing the man more than you valuing the woman. Maybe you like men.
That goes back to her point. Like you said an hour ago.
Let me drop this link.
Wow.
I gotta drop this.
Isha kicking the science tonight.
That ain't science.
No, I think she's dead on.
And they asked me what time I open up the panel.
Go ahead and open it. Go ahead.
I'm confounded. I'm confounded, man.
Why are you confounded?
Why are you confounded?
It just, I'm hurt.
Because he know it's going to be a lot of smoke and he opened up that panel because we ready.
You ain't hurt, Ham. What are you talking about?
Will with the $2 super chat. Great point, love. Nick Cannon is a pookie. That nigga got bread though.
Well, what can we clear up for you, Ham?
You had a chronic illness too.
Yo, I just niggas is gay, man. I didn't know this.
No, we already said that. We said collectively that's not the point.
You should just brought it back. She just brought it back. Now I gotta like my friends like, yo, you good, my nigga? Like I know you want to hang out a lot. Is there a reason for that?
But on some real shit, Ham.
Yeah.
I'm sure your wife holds you down more than any of your niggas did. But it seems like men really want to be more loyal to their friends than a woman.
I think a girlfriend, yes. I think a wife, no.
A wife isn't loyal?
No. In terms of who the man is loyal to, I think your wife takes precedent. But I think a girlfriend, yeah, your friends are probably more important. Yeah. All right, let me ask this last question. I'm gonna open up this panel because I need some help. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend. Nay, slow down. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. Please hit all the links in the description. Rock, drop those again for me if you don't mind. Rock, just drop them. We got the Cash App. We got merch. We got the podcast that we release every Monday at 5 a.m. when you ride to work. Please subscribe on Apple as well. And hit that like button. The likes are down right now. We got like 30 likes. We got like 80 people watching. That's not adding up. You feel me? That's how we get into the algorithm so everybody else can hear this dope ass conversation. You feel me? Sis.
Yeah.
Sis.
I'm here.
Sis, watch your girl. Do you agree with what men want, sis?
Do I agree with what they want?
Yeah, so let's say in a vacuum that Tay was correct. There's some correct between Dana and what Tay said and the wild shit that you and Rose said. Mostly Rose was wild. All that shit. Do you agree? Do men want a woman that they can mold, a younger woman, a beautiful woman, a woman that's fertile, someone they want to get on their program? Do you agree with that? Hold on, we got a big one now. I need everybody to clap, hoot and holler, or make whatever noise you like to make. Gary S., who is also a member with the 50 ball, man, we appreciate it. We don't have no sound effects and shit, so we had to show you wild love. Big hand. Everybody keep calling me big, man. I gotta do some cardio.
Yeah, and eat some vegetables.
Big hand. The show is great. Channel will be off the charts. Gary, we appreciate you, bro.
Thank you, Gary.
So much love, man. You know what I mean? Because people think this shit is easy, and you often see when we drop that link for people who don't podcast, they get their ass kicked. But nah, this is real work we trying to do over here, man. So I appreciate you, brother. It's humbling. And Rock dropping the links. Thank you, Rock. Now, has love calmed herself? She nodded. Okay. Man, watch your mouth. Still the strongest person you know. Isha, do you agree with what men? Nah, fuck that,
No,
bro. Isha, do you agree with what men want, man? Hurry up.
I do. I think that's where the statement comes. There's no such thing as an alpha female because men don't want a woman that is leading. So they want someone that's more docile, easy to mold, someone who's not going to question them, honestly.
So you agree?
I do.
Okay. So what I'm saying is, they should want those things. Like I'm saying, what men want, do you agree that's what they should want?
I disagree. That's what they want. I mean, I feel like they should have their own preference if that's what they want. Yeah. Like I want what I want, and I don't want nobody to say I shouldn't want those things, right?
So men, beauty is very important. Agreeableness is very important. So those are the things that men kind of put up high, right? And so when a woman they want to marry, those two things are probably top 3, 4 things, right? But should those things be at the top, or do we need to be looking for a woman who can also think and is educated and whatever the case is? Because a man will get a girl from McDonald's if she's pretty enough, if she's decently intelligent, and she gonna go with his program.
If she's gonna go with his program, then yes, I agree. If that's going to allow him to be the leader that he wants to be, then I agree. Those are the things that he needs. If he's going to get someone who is going to kind of shake the room and shake the table, no, he doesn't need a woman that's going to think. If he wants somebody that's going to follow him blindly, yes, I agree. Men should want what they want.
Okay. Anybody else?
I was going to say, I think a man should get whoever aligns with him. It doesn't necessarily mean that she has to be like this gorgeous person, because he may not even be this fine man, but she's gorgeous to him. So get what works for you in that sense.
Say it again.
I think you should be with what aligns with you. Like some men may want somebody that's very docile. They may want a woman that talk a little spicy. Some men may want that. They like a little toxicity. There are men that like that. I don't know. But I think
Here you go with this
there
shit.
are some men that do like toxicity.
Here she go. Just saying words together.
No, I'm not. Most men want a woman that's docile, but she may have some level of toxicity to her too.
Nay, over here.
What?
So,
I'm looking at you.
Can I get an answer?
I gave you an answer.
I'm going to work with you one day. I gotta hear this shit. Your meetings must go on forever.
No, they actually don't.
Well, some people want to be off, but then some people don't want to be off that day. And so it just depends on I don't know how y'all have
whatever aligns with that man. Every man is obviously they're different. They may say this one is pretty, another man's gonna say she's not pretty. So I mean, it's whatever works for you.
But most men chocolate drop.
Most men want a docile woman. At the end of the day, they want a woman that's gonna be submissive.
Not all men deserve that, though.
They don't necessarily. You gotta.
Not all of them deserve it. They should.
In turn, then hold on, bro. You ain't about to filibuster. In turn, bro, all women don't deserve protection.
They don't. I agree with you.
All right. No. I'm saying just in terms like that would be like.
I agree. Yes, I do. I think that it depends on the person, and if a man can show that he can lead and be trusted and follow through with what he's supposed to do, he absolutely should get everything that he should want as far as a woman is concerned. But if he can't do that, he don't deserve it. and vice versa for a female.
Okay.
Yeah. If
Yes, ma'am.
because you skipped me, by the way. If the divorce rates are still as high as they were, maybe what you guys want should change. No,
Well, are we? You think we're getting what we want?
I'm saying, and maybe you're not marrying the right woman. Maybe you're not aligning with the right woman for longevity.
I see what you're saying. Okay, I mean that's well. Let me drop the link. Let me drop the link. There's some niggas talking spicy in this chat.
I think Tay had a good point of view.
What the hell did you say?
Oh.
Go ahead. What you say, Tay? Go.
No, I was just gonna say that I think it's a little dangerous for a woman to be too agreeable. I'm not saying, it gotta be, oh no, I don't agree with that. What I'm saying is I feel it's important for a woman to be able to add value to a man's life. Like it's cool, like lead, bae. All right, do your thing. But also value my input. I'm not saying we gotta do what I said or do how I said it. I'm definitely willing to follow, but I think it's important for a man to hear me out and value my opinion. I'm not just gonna be like, all right, let's do this. Cool, whatever you say. You know what I mean? Like, I think that's a little too dangerous. Being too agreeable can be a little toxic. I think men should be looking for women who are gonna add value to their life. Now, I'm not saying we're equal because I know how y'all feel about that, but I'm saying you should see your partner as your partner in life if y'all doing this thing together, and I should also feel valued as your woman, just like I value your opinion as my man. So that's all.
Okay. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right, man. Ugh. Damn.
Hey,
Triumph.
real quick. Sorry, before you go on to the next, I don't know if you saw some of the other super chats. Just making sure.
That's how love be looking every time somebody says something she don't like.
Why am I being
You be on mute.
I do.
Triumph Pack with a $5 super chat. Old men cannot overtake a young buck. People generally marry their age. Go ahead. What super chats? Did I miss some?
Yeah, you did. There were a couple of them before Gary dropped the 50, and I just wanted to make sure that they were acknowledged too.
I think I got them right.
Thank you, Dana.
The value is the actual man that great point. I read this one. Post-wall chicks. Jay Reeves with the $2 super chat. Post-wall chicks love to accuse men of being LGBT. Damn. So they saying, yeah, so y'all done hit the wall, so now y'all telling men they gay. What? Triumph Pack with a $5 super chat. Some can't have kids or abortions. They get no trophy. Oh, this is the one she wanted. John the Baptist with a $5 super chat. Dana, you are correct. I am always controlling. I as a man don't see controlling as a negative for men. Damn, hold on. This one. Jay Reezy. I'm about to drop this link.
Yeah, tell him to get up here and explain what post-war, because
make sure you got your camera on.
Him and Delmar. Delmar was talking a whole bunch of stuff since the show started.
Oh, really?
Delmar.
Come on up here. And bring your mother too.
Yeah, bring your mother too. Come on, Each, with the smoke.
Good gracious. All right, let me see. The link is in the chat. Yeah, hit the link. Let's see what's what. Man, it's mad. I hope Angry Snowman hit it. Now, listen, when y'all come up here, questions, comments, or smoke, be succinct in what you want to ask, the smoke you have, this and that. Don't be filibustering all that, especially if we got a bunch of people ready to rock. And y'all been talking crazy in the chat. So hit the link. Let's get it popping.
Anybody in the back room, or they just scared? They got keyboard fingers.
Nobody hit the.
keyboard gangsters, sassy, real sassy in the
Real
comments
sassy.
behind the
Sassy is the
keyboard.
word.
Real sassy.
Damn, man. All right. Ro, do you agree with what women want? As we wait for the fellas to hit the link, or anybody,
Do I
anybody.
agree with what women want?
Do you agree with what men want?
I say yeah, but it's only a certain ones that deserve it.
Okay, so you think that they should want those things?
They should want those things, and a woman should want a man to take care of her, and she should be able to be vulnerable. But if he can't show up, then no, he don't deserve it.
Okay. All right, but if he does deserve it, then that should be what men are looking for.
Yep. Because
Okay.
she does. If she's smart, she'll be able to take care of the household or him if something happens. If she's beautiful, she'll be able to, in some ways, multiply his status. This has been going on since the beginning of time.
Yeah. Okay. Sis, did you actually answer, or you just yelled at me for skipping?
No, I answered. I think men want sort of an equal. I don't know if all men want a single chick at McDonald's that's pretty. I don't know if I agree with that. So I'm over here pondering because the men.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's all, sis.
I think some of their requirements need to be relaxed a little bit, especially as we get older. Like to Rose's point, you don't deserve a lot of what you're requiring of women. You don't deserve a young, fertile, beautiful woman. You deserve me, okay? you don't deserve all that bullshit. You deserve somebody like me. And as we get older, we have to relax our standards as well when it comes to dating and selecting mates. And men got to be able to do that too. Like some of these men need to be humbled a little bit. Like you don't get to have it all, and you got to get over yourself just a little bit.
Little podcast, what's popping?
Shout out to you, Ham. Shout out to your strength in being able to sit on a panel with 4 African American Black ebony shea butter goddesses and tolerate it. I'm sorry, 7.
Hi, Beans.
You way stronger than me. What's going on?
I was wondering, like, you can't count today?
You way stronger than me. Maybe I was trying to crack a joke. You gonna let me get my joke?
Oh, it wasn't
off?
funny. What's up, Beans? My bad. It wasn't funny.
No,
What's up, though?
I miscounted for real though. Thanks for pointing that out to the world. Now everybody know I got a GED.
So Beans, question, comment, or smoke, bro?
All of the above.
All right, let's start with the ladies, which I want to start with? The question, the comment, or the smoke?
Question.
Yeah, go in order.
Question.
All right, what's the question, Beans?
Well, it's a 2-part question. The first part is, where's my baby mama at? Why is she not here? Okay, this is messing with me right now. Where is she at? Alex, stop playing with me. Okay, the question is a woman who has 2 or 3 kids less valuable than a woman without kids?
Depends on their age.
I was gonna say it depends on the man.
Depends on the kid's
How does
age.
it depend on a man? Even no man in the equation. It's if a woman that has 2 or more kids, is she less valuable than a woman who has no kids?
It depends on the kid's age. I mean,
I think it depends on what the man is looking for.
Thank you. It depends on the man. Like I said.
Does the man want to have more kids? Because that woman may not can have kids. He might be grateful that she does have kids because he don't have any.
Yeah.
I don't know. It depends on what the man wants.
I don't think a woman's value should be tied to how many kids she has. If she's taking care of her kids and she's not asking you to take care of them.
But a lot of times it is, Ish. A lot of times it is.
Well, let me add.
It shouldn't be, but it is.
If what men want is an agreeable, submissive woman and all that, she can still be all those things and still be valuable according to you all. You know, she can have kids and you want her to be agreeable. So if this said woman has 2 or 3 kids and she's very agreeable with you, and she cooks and cleans and nurtures and everything else, then why should she be considered less valuable?
What I just said earlier.
Great answer.
Reply.
Great answer. So let's go with no. Basically, y'all saying if a woman has 2 or 3 kids, that don't mean her value. They don't make her less valuable than her. Okay.
I didn't say that.
So pay attention. Watch this, Ham. So how is Nick Cannon a Pookie?
He has 6 baby mamas.
It's not just that. It's not just that.
Wait. All right. Hold on. Now here's what happens sometimes when we get people up here. Ro and Love start to dominate. Goddamn, let somebody else talk. And Ro long-winded as shit. One time her throat was
I ain't gonna
dry.
answer.
All right.
You know what? He just keeps going. I think that's what it is. I think he just keeps going. He just has no chill. He's not stopping.
How is he a Pookie?
Because he just keeps going. He's not making wise decisions. I'm just gonna just keep on just splashing in everybody, like everybody.
Wait,
You
Frank,
can't stop at some point.
Nate, first of all, that's not our term, Pookie and Ray Ray. So the men have to explain what they mean by that. I don't really. I think I know what y'all mean by Pookie and Ray Ray, but what do y'all really?
Yeah,
how do y'all really view a Pookie and a Ray Ray? For real.
I don't use those terms myself. I don't believe those people exist. But the problem is, before I came up, it was stated and agreed upon by at least 2 people that Nick Cannon, right, is a Pookie. But we just established that if a woman has multiple children, it does not necessarily devalue her, right? Well, Nick Cannon is a rich man, right? So off of his status alone, he can't be a Pookie. But then y'all saying he's a Pookie because he has more than 2 kids.
Is it because he has more than 2 kids, or because he keeps putting babies in everybody across? That's the difference.
Okay. So when we talk about women and we speak in general, women often say you can't say all. So we know how many babies he got when we know how many women it is. So you can't say everybody. He's obviously precise, because do you think how many kids does he have? Let's just say it out loud. 10, right?
10, right?
Right?
I think he's up to 12
What
now.
is a Pookie? What is a Pookie?
Okay, 1 second, sis.
What is that?
Let's say he got 10 kids. How many baby mamas?
I lost count.
Let's say it's 10.
It's 5.
Let's say it's 10, right? Let's just go with 10. So 10 kids, 10 baby mamas. Do you think he's only slept with 10 women in his life?
No.
Exactly. So he ain't putting babies in everybody. So let's leave the hyperbole alone and let's just speak matter-of-factly. The man is shoring up his legacy. He knows he has a disease that he knows one day is going to kill him, right?
I said that part too, but that doesn't matter.
Men of means and wealth tend to want to shore up their legacy. They believe this is how they get to live forever, right? They're namesakes, right? But that's just that part of it. Right? I'm saying if this man who is rich, so by definition alone, he can't be a Pookie, and we're going to call him a Pookie because he has more than 2 children, then you have to acknowledge that a woman who has more than 2 children loses value, because you're causing him to lose his value because he has more than 2 children.
So just define Pookie for us. Like what's this said? Define what Pookie is.
Wait. Hold on. Nate, because you're not listening to what he said. You just start talking about what sis talked about. But acknowledge. Wait, stop for a second, please. And I'm being serious. I'm not joking. But what about what he just said, regardless of the Pookie term? Because sis said that's not the term that they use. Cool, but does he have a point?
No, but I was being quiet.
Yeah, because how can you call us a Pookie? We don't even know what a Pookie is. Then, if that's the case,
Angel, what did he say? Can you repeat it?
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Go ahead. Yeah,
no. I'm allowed to talk now. I don't want to usurp and monopolize the panel when he's on.
Your growth. Thank you. Yes, love. You may speak.
He was dead wrong. I don't agree with anything he said. First of all, a man had the super chat talking about the Pookie, Poolie, aka Pookie. So we didn't say that term. He did, and the men in that term has come on this panel several times from men. So therefore, sis asks for the man to define it because that's a male term, number one. Number two, Nick Cannon has stated out his own mouth, he cannot spend time with all of his kids. He cannot give them the wealth of time that they deserve out of his own mouth. He can create a legacy. Fine, you're creating a legacy. Does that mean because you're sitting there creating kids? But are you making them valuable citizens in society? What are you teaching them? That's creating a legacy. What are you instilling in them? And so that's what I'm talking about. So just because you can make a kid does not mean you're really creating a legacy. Because if you're creating a derelict in society, you're not creating a good legacy. So let's cut that out.
So here's the issue with what you said, because it doesn't defeat the argument, right?
Angry Snowman, I see you, bro. I got you.
And the reason why it doesn't is because a mother, right, single or otherwise, with multiple children cannot evenly divide her time up with the children either. It's never going to be 100% equally divided up. It's not going to happen. I'm pretty sure. I'm almost positive. When you was talking, I'll let you finish. Okay, so my mom had 3 kids. Trust me when I tell you, we all get treated the same and we all didn't get the same time. I was her oldest, I was her guinea pig, right? So a mother with multiple children does not equally divide up her time. She does not equally love them all the same. They don't all get the same treatment. That is how come you can have kids who grew up in the same household have different outcomes. So that's first, does not matter. And the legacy part does not matter. When the comment came up about him being a pookie, right, it was agreed upon. I don't remember exactly who said it out loud, but a couple of sisters on the panel said, yeah, he's still a pookie, right? And the argument was because of the fact that he's having all these babies. As Sister Dana said, oh, it's because, he's putting them in everybody, when obviously he isn't, right? But the fact of the matter is, if the argument is that a woman with multiple children does not lose her value, then a rich man with multiple children can't be a pookie.
He's creating single mothers. He's perpetuating single motherhood. Something that the men on the pen. He said he's not creating single mothers. Is that what you said?
No.
They are not married. Those kids do not live in the house with him. Those are single mothers. What are you talking about?
Okay, so let's make a distinction.
They're gonna say because he's paying for stuff that they're not single because he's contributing.
That is a fact.
That's what you're gonna say, right?
That is a fact.
So,
he's still single.
You're not doing it alone.
I don't agree with that.
Mothers.
Exactly. That's what he's gonna
say. They're single women who are mothers.
That's a fact.
So isn't everybody? Everybody then that's
they're
a single
women. They may have some financial support, but they're not doing the day-to-day. He's not doing the day-to-day responsibilities.
I've never heard this before. They're single. What?
Yeah,
okay,
so
you're saying they're single mothers. They are single mothers, right? Because they're single women who have children. That makes them single mothers. But when you say single mother, people assume no other parent involved.
Yeah, there's no contribution.
That's not the case. She is not a single parent. She is not a single mother. She is a single woman with children. And her life and her child's life is way better than the average woman who has a child by a man who does not have a man living in the house.
So you just placed financials on it. So you just said, okay, because he helps out financially, she's not single. But if he's not there on a day-to-day helping to support that child and being responsible in that way, then she's still considered single. Just because he's giving her money, and is he there all the time? Is he helping out? She's there all the time. She's still considered single. She's a single mom.
The reason why men and women have so much conflict is because we hear words differently. I never removed single. I'm only defining the mother part. She is
on her taxes,
the father part.
Single
on her taxes. On her taxes, right? What box is she checking?
Single,
she should be checking this other dude is paying all my bills for me, but I'm pretty sure.
No, what box is she checking? No, for real. She's.
I got you. She's checking single. I check single. What does that mean? I check single. So now what? Am I single?
Are you single?
No, I have a woman, but I check single. So
are you married?
No, but I have a woman. So am I single? See how I'm answering your question, but you won't answer mine?
But you're not married. So it's
okay.
So
our taxes based off am I single? I have a woman.
Marital status.
Yeah, but sis, that's what he said though. These are single women and they have kids. They're not single mothers.
Don't try to flavor butter it
up.
No.
So like let's take a real example. Don't be dismissive. Let's take a real example. right? So like Georgie, if Georgie's at my house 5 days a week, right, would her mom be qualified as such?
As a single mom,
Yeah.
she's single with 2 kids. Yes.
So, but you understand that the connotation is single mom means that she doesn't have assistance or help, or there's not a parent, another
Right,
parent
right, right.
involved. That's how people hear it when they hear.
You not
Wait,
living
wait,
in that
wait, wait,
household. She's a
wait, wait.
single
What I'm
mom.
saying is
I don't know
single
what y'all
mom.
talking about.
Single mom. Well, fuck it then. If you're not listening, just say that.
No, I
But
am listening. I'm listening
but
very
so but
well.
then I didn't finish the statement. So you disagreeing with what?
He's already said it, so you're repeating it and trying
No,
to,
what I'm
I
saying
guess,
is, so you're
explain it up
just
and
saying that
justify
because she
it.
doesn't have a husband or a boyfriend, she's a single mother. Period.
She is a single mother
Because she's a woman and she doesn't have a partner.
with a child. She's a single mom. That's how I look at it. I mean, I don't know. That's how I
Right,
look at it.
we acknowledging that. What I'm
Okay.
saying is in conversation, because we're having a conversation. What I'm saying is this: take either one of Nick Cannon's baby mothers. Do you think their lives as single moms look like the average woman's life? Yes or no? The average single mom's life? Yes or no?
One of them,
Yes.
yes.
Financially,
Yes.
no.
One of
Okay,
them, yes.
okay,
One of them,
okay.
yes, because she complained about it.
Well, I'm
Okay,
gonna agree with
so-
Beans because there is definitely a difference between a single woman that has kids and a single mother. Because a single mother does everything on her own.
Mhm. So the reason why I said, and the reason why I said that is because, so if you look at this woman, you take the average woman who has a child, right, on her own, and you take Nick Cannon's baby mama who has a child and she's on her own, her life don't look the same. Her kids is in private school, tutors, chefs, all this other stuff that they got going on, right? So what I'm saying is that obviously she's not living a single person's lifestyle because she has the benefit of this rich man's money. By definition, I'm not arguing. We just notice this. We went all off on a tangent about what's single motherhood, and the point is about whether or not he's a pookie. By definition, he can't be a pookie because he's providing for multiple people's lifestyles. So how can he be a pookie?
That's not by definition. That's your opinion. You think
How?
rich niggas are not deadbeat fathers? You think
He's not-
just
He's not a
throw money-
deadbeat.
Wait a minute. Let me
He's just
finish what
paying
the fuck
child
I'm
support
saying.
basically. If he's providing financials, but he's not there on a day to day. How can he be? He has multiple children. Like he can't be there for all of his children. I think that sounds like what we're all saying, but it's like he's just giving money. That's it. He's just financial. That's it.
But this the thing, Sister Nay. You know what's amazing?
I like that, Sister Nay. Go ahead.
You know what's amazing though?
Yes.
Is that the average woman, and I don't mean average and looks at anything else, I just mean numerically, right?
Mhm.
The average woman thinks that that their life with a rich man would be any different than that. He's not going to be at home all the time. He's going to be going most of the time. I don't care what rich man you see. He's not going to be at the kids' games all the time. Why do you think all these rich kids, why do you think they have something called affluenza that they used to get the white boy off when he killed 4 people and maimed another one in a car accident? Oh, my parents are so rich and I'm always by myself and they never taught me responsibility. Rich men are not around fathering every day, regardless to what field they're in.
So that makes it okay.
You don't get to pick. It's not about it making it okay. You're. If I said right now, if I just started naming other men that you don't have a problem with because they don't have 10 baby mamas that they didn't marry, you would say that is Denzel Washington a horrible father? Let's go have a conversation with his son and ask his son how often was Denzel there. And you're gonna hear the stories. This is what I'm trying to tell you.
You don't even know those people. His son spoke and said that his son spoke and said that his father was working and he gave credit to his mother because she was there day to day. He didn't dismiss him and say his father was not involved in his life.
But you just made my point that he wasn't there all the time.
No, but that does not make him a pookie. He was Denzel Washington running around here impregnating other women behind
his
wife's back.
You keep limiting it to that? That's what I'm saying. You keep limiting it to that because that's the thing that you have a problem with.
Because listen, based off of the chat and most of the men's definition, that's what they said a pookie was. An irresponsible man going around creating children and not being there and not just financially, but being there in their lives.
All right,
That's what these men said in the chat.
let me hit the super chats real quick. Maybe we can get that point proven. Triumph Pack with the $5 super chat. Old men cannot overtake a young buck. People generally marry their age. I already read that one. Triumph Pack again with the $5 super chat. Men can't handle a young woman. She will wrap curled around you. I think he circles. Kevin C with the $2 super chat. Pookie equals dysfunctional, irresponsible, and unproductive.
Neither which replies.
Love, I'm not reading this nigga name. Energy.
Dig. Dig.
Yeah, he said
I get it. I get why he did that.
Yeah, I don't know. He wilding. Pause, my nigga. Pookie. A man with at least one or multiple baby mothers and often has a criminal record. Notable examples: ODB, Flavor Flav.
Neither which is Nick Cannon.
Will with a $10 super chat. To indiscriminately spread your seed irregardless. Will, you're doing good, but I don't think irregardless is a word, Playboy. I ain't gonna tell nobody else though. To indiscriminately spread your seed irregardless of your financial status is irresponsible. Finances isn't the only nor the most important metric in order to be a great father.
Thank you, Will. Thank you, Will.
Let me get a couple more. Joel Pennegar with the $5 super chat. We have a bunch of pookies across multiple tax brackets and levels of fame continuing to get chosen and continuing to pookie it up, though. What gives? Pookisha, a female. Triumph Pack with the $20 super chat. Thank you, bro. We appreciate you. Yo, Big Beans, he kicked you off, man. He kicked you off with the $20, man. Oh, wait. John the Baptist with the $20 super chat. He said podcast got to keep cooking, man. So he brought you right back. God,
that's
damn.
not what that says.
Now, see, here's the thing. This isn't a kickoff, but I'm going to open it up to the whole panel, Beans. But I'm just rotating the fellas right now, like one at a time. So you not kicked off. I'm just doing the rotation because John the Baptist brought you back.
Okay.
You feel me? But you was cooking, so I want to make sure they get to look. They hating. Look. They hating podcast. They hating.
That shit burnt. Bye.
He gonna be back. He ain't done. He ain't done. So Beans, you gonna hang out in the back?
That's a fact.
All right, I got you. Appreciate you, my brother.
Yep.
Sigma Male, is that strategies? I can't see the whole name. I apologize.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah. What's up, brother? How you?
I'm fine.
I need to preface it. I need to preface it real quick. Question, comment, or smoke?
I have a comment and a question.
Okay.
Excuse me, it's my first time coming up on your show. I've seen your show like a couple of times, so yeah. I'm becoming a big fan of your show.
Thank you.
My first comment is, I can't believe I have to agree with the ladies for the past 10 minutes.
Okay.
Nick Cannon is a cookie. I mean, excuse my accent. I'm African. I'm Nigerian, so
it's cool. It's cool. It sounds good. Come on, we like it. Come on.
Nick Cannon is a cookie. Him and Elon Musk, the owner of CEO of Twitter. But I mean, let's be honest with ourselves here. He can afford it, but he's having multiple kids with multiple baby mamas. We're not putting in consideration the consequences that's going to have later on down the road. Can he afford it? Sure, he can afford it. But that doesn't mean he's not a pookie. He's still a pookie. The canon is. So we preaching responsibility and accountability in black, because the same thing now is happening in Nigeria. Actually, more and more kids are being born out of wedlock, even though the numbers are still low, but and we're seeing the impact. So we can't say we want a responsible family structure and then trying to make excuses for what Nick Cannon is doing. I mean, the difference between him and most pookies is he can afford it, but that doesn't excuse his behavior. He's still a pookie. My question for the ladies is, what kind of men are they attracted to? Like, what kind of men do they want to be in a relationship with? Based on my own personal observations, a lot of women, not just here in the States, but even in my home country in Nigeria, a lot of women, they want to be attracted to faithful sugar knight. You know, DJ, you know who Sugar Knight is, right?
Suge Knight?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So a lot of women want to be, they want a faithful Sugar Knight that's going to be faithful, not going to see another female. You know, it's like those men doesn't exist. Like, so my question for the ladies is like, what kind of men are they attracted to? Like, in terms of personality, in terms of height, in terms of character. So like, you know, I can go, let me start off with Tay. Tay, well, like, what kind of men are you attracted to, if I may ask?
Sure. Dang, you put me on the spot, sir. I like a man with a vision, a man with a plan who sees a bright future for himself and see me as a part of that. Strong physically, nice smile, taller than me, but that's easy to do, and considerate and caring.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm looking for.
Like, if I may ask, like, what's your height? If I may ask, I don't want to probe.
Oh, I don't mind. I'm sorry. I'm 5'1".
Oh, 5'1". Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Okay, that's easy. Yeah, that's easy to do.
Hey, do you happen to like Nigerian men?
Huh?
I think that's the question he getting there.
I'm open to love in all forms. So.
No, no. The reason why I was you know, to miss love also, and you know, to the rest of the ladies, because a lot of women, they want like someone that's a man that's going to be faithful, considerate, but also has like a Rastafarian gangster type of personality. But those personalities also translate in other aspects of, you know, men's life. So there's nothing wrong in attracting those kind of men, but you have to be prepared to share him once in a while, to share him sexually with other women. But if you're not ready to share him sexually with other women, then you might have to start looking for other certain characteristics of men in terms of personality, provided the man can, you know, he knows his accountability, his responsibility, his ability to provide financially, to lead, to mold, to persuade, to convince, his ability to seduce, to both seduction, persuasion, both in romance, sexual and other aspects. So there's nothing wrong in having those kind of men, but at the same time, you have to know the kind of boundaries and personality of the type of man that you're shooting for. So you can't have everything in one man. So a lot of women, they're looking for like literally like less than 3% of the kind of men they're looking for. Pretty much less than 3% of all men population. If we've been honest about it.
I got a question. So you
Yes.
came up and asked Tay what she looks for, what she's attracted to, and none of what she said is what you're saying that women want. So my question is, why do you all always think that you know what we want better than we do? Like, nobody has said anything about a Suge Knight, and I'm not sure what you meant by that, if that's just like a bad boy persona, the Rastafari, all of that. Nobody said anything like that. So it's I think that you guys feel that way, that we think that way, regardless of what we say, and you're not actually hearing any of the things that we say. Nobody's looking for a Suge Knight, certainly, to put your fucking head to a wall. But we do want the men with the good qualities, who are honest and respectful and trustworthy, and who will treat us nicely, yada yada yada. So where you get that from?
So after his reply, I need to get Snowman in, and I gotta read super chats. Go ahead, Sigma.
Okay. Uh, actually, to be for a man to be successful in most facet of life, in marriage, in relationship, in finances, he has to know what a woman wants, even more than the woman. Like, let's say, Dana, let's say I'm your type. Just pretend I'm your type for a minute. Let's say I'm your type. You know that I'm your type, but I don't know about you yet. I have to know personalities of most of you ladies in this panel, and most of the ladies that's watching. A man has to know about female nature in order to be a successful and attractive man. So he has to know how to communicate with a woman. He knows how to interact with a woman. He has to know how to convince, how to persuade her, because most of you are not sure what you're attracted to. Most of the ladies, if we've been honest, most of the ladies are not sure what you're attracted to. Like if I ask some of the women, they might say like a bad boy or an alpha male. I don't even know what that means anyway. But they might say like a bad boy. Then when you start deep going in, what do they actually mean by a bad boy? Bad boy they're not conducive for marriage. I'm sorry. What you consider like in a marriage, you have to be bored sometimes. If you're not prepared to get bored in a marriage, don't get married. That's for men and women. Sometimes you're going to get bored. Sometimes you're also going to have fun. But a lot of people are they think marriage is always going to be fun 24/7. No, it's not. So, but specific to your question, a man has to know, like if I ask you what you're looking for, the type of man you're looking for, you're going to give me a politically correct answer. Most of you ladies are not going to say what actually arouses you from a man. Arousal.
You know what you're talking about. You know what you're talking about. We do know what we want. You can't tell us we don't know what we want. Like, no, sir, I'm going to have to cut you off on that one because that's not true.
No, I have to disagree. Because I have to disagree. The reason why I have to disagree is a man, there's a reason why certain specific group of men are always successful in like getting women pregnant and not being dead. No, the statistic, you might not take my words, but the statistic says it. There's a reason why certain group of men are successful in get just enough to get a female pregnant, but they're not going to be there to assume their responsibility, like emotional. They might pay child support, but they're not going to be there for emotional support, for
stigma
supports or things like
stigma.
That. Yes.
So Will had, so we do $20 kickoffs. The comments, the subscribers, and all that, they can kick people off. Will had one from last week, so it seems like the sentiment is that you kind of filibustering. So Will used his 20 from last week to kick you off. Now you're more than welcome to come back if you just pay the 20.
Okay.
But Will just kicked you off. But I think you were saying something. I just think, well, look. They see, Sigma, you got it, man. You got to get yourself back up here because they shitting on what you were saying, bro.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay, I'll be back.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you, ladies. Thank you.
Angry Snowman was good.
What to do, brother? What to do?
Not much, man. How you?
Not too bad, dude. First off, I think they're throwing that Sigma title around way too loosely these days.
Oh yeah.
Just saying, way too loosely. I don't know what guy was talking about.
So, Angry Snowman. Well, first off, welcome, man. I never seen you in the chat before. Where the fuck you been at?
I didn't know you had a channel until the other day when CT said something about it on his panel. So if you recall, I went ahead and clicked the sub button.
Oh yeah.
See what you're about. I didn't even know, man. I'll come over here and talk trash to these ladies.
So you got a question, comment, or smoke, Angry Snowman?
I don't know. Probably a little bit of all three. You know.
All right, let's start with the smoke first.
Well, first off, I'm trying to figure out where they're getting off if men want to hang out with other men that they're gay. That is the most asinine, absurd nonsense I've ever heard in my life. I mean, seriously, I don't know where you're getting that. Women don't even like hanging around with other women. Why the hell do you think a man would like hanging around with other women? Seriously, let's keep it real.
Just proving the point.
You know? No, it really isn't. You know, men just want to be left alone. for the most part. If you leave a man alone, let him go to work, do his thing, he's happy. He's a happy dude. Straight up.
So why be with women?
For companionship, and because you cannot reproduce and create a legacy on your own. You have to do it with a woman. That's the way nature works.
What was said earlier was correct. You guys just want to hang around us for that 1 hour to impregnate us, and then the rest of the hours are spent with your guy.
No, man, that ain't it. I mean, I got a house that needs cleaned. I got food that needs cooked. I like sandwiches and beers and stuff like that.
That was also stated earlier too.
You want to
Well, see, my question is why do you guys automatically assume that when someone says submit, that they mean that they want to control you, that you have no say, your voice isn't heard, that you're just basically, for lack of better words, a slave to the man?
Are we changing the subject? Are we going to answer the first question or the second one? Because we were first on the men being gay, and now we're on submission.
Okay, go ahead. Hit the first one. Hit the first one first.
Well, okay, so you already proved
I apologize.
Your point. You already stated that men prefer to be around other men. So you proved what my point was.
Yeah, if they're just going to be hanging out, yeah, they would rather just hang out with other men.
Okay.
I mean, think about it. Why would a man want to sit and hang around with a woman all day long?
My man, I'm going to be sucking his dick and riding his dick. So
no, you ain't. Let's keep it real. Women do not sit and do that stuff.
Maybe that's what his.
You are not sucking some man's dick all day long every day. Let's keep it real. Stop capping.
Maybe that's what his friends are doing too. So I don't know.
I mean, hell, chances are he's probably not even getting laid, but no more than 2 or 3 times a week if he's lucky. Because let's not sit and cap on that either. Women use sex as a weapon and as a negotiating tool.
And guess what? When he can't get it from her, he's gonna find another one he can get it from.
And that's a fact that he will
anytime he wants it. So I don't know what he's talking about. However, he already proved the point.
He did. He proved it.
The only point that I proved is that we don't want to be around crazy feminine women. Women are crazy. Think about it. They're emotional. They're impulsive.
Men are not. So
back it up. So I thought men wanted feminine women.
So
it's silence.
No, I'm sitting here trying to figure out what your even argument is. How you tie feminine? How is feminine? Why are you tying feminism to crazy and emotional and impulsive?
Feminist, like feminism, feminist.
That's not what he said.
Feminist or feminine? What did you say, sir?
I don't know. I'm stoned. You got me lost now.
Exactly. Like, come on, man. You saying a whole bunch of stuff.
No, I'm not saying a bunch of stuff. What I'm saying makes sense. It's just you got.
Did you say nobody wants to hang around crazy feminist women all day?
He said crazy feminine.
Or feminine or
men
feminine?
Don't know. I said men don't want to be around a feminine energy all day long is what I said.
Okay. You want to be left alone, so you want to be around other men.
Or they want to be around.
And what's wrong with that? Honestly, don't most people want to be left alone for the most part in their life? I mean, let's keep it real. Do you really want somebody up your ass all day long, every day, 24/7? I mean, you already got to go out in the world and deal with people, and you want to come home and have to deal with that too? You don't want to come home and just have people just leave you alone and be able to sit in silence in yourself and be happy and bask in your own self? You got to constantly...
No, y'all like a little nagging so you can go to your boys and complain to them about, yo.
See, that's the thing is most men don't go and complain. A real man doesn't complain about his home life. That's something that a woman does, not a man.
No, y'all come on P.O.V. to complain.
I don't have to complain. I'm trying to figure out, why women are like this because I don't have a woman like this.
So angry snowman, do you have a wife?
Yeah, I've been married for 7 years, and me and my wife have been together for 10 years.
Oh, okay, great. Do you have children?
Yeah, we're working on having our 3rd child.
Okay, so you're not happy to see them when you come home from work?
Yeah, I'm happy to see them, but I don't want to be around them 24/7.
Well, that's not what we were saying. What we were saying is based off of what was said is that men enjoy the company of their homeboys. They enjoy doing things with them. They don't want to do them with us because we'll ask questions or we'll talk too much or we'll say, like Ham said, you're screaming too loud or something. So you prefer to be around your male friends.
Correct.
So are you doing that? How often are you doing that? Because I know some men that could be on a video game for 24 hours if you allow them. So I mean, what is the answer to that?
How many hours? What is too? Is that what you're asking? What is too long to be hanging out with, or how long should it?
Yeah, like I mean, because
what does it matter?
It doesn't. So if you're okay, your wife is okay with you hanging out with your boys and playing video games for 24 hours, or excuse me, let's just say, let's take 8 hours from work out of the air. So let's like 16 hours, you play video games, you got that 1 hour at home with your family, and then the rest is at work. That's okay?
Yeah. If that's what you do, what's wrong with that?
Nothing.
I mean, seriously.
It seems like you're nurturing the relationship.
I mean, let me ask you this. Does it make a difference if a man's out, playing basketball or playing video games with his friend or out in the garage, or if he's at work? I mean, I'm having a hard time wrapping my mind around this argument of how much time should be spent with a woman.
Because it seems like you're nurturing.
How much time do you think should be spent with a woman?
Enough to nurture that relationship with that woman.
No, that's a generalized blanket statement. How much time do you think should be designated to spend with a woman?
More time than spend with that man.
That's still a generalized blanket statement.
Mm-hmm.
See, you can't even tell anybody what how much time you want. So how can they even attempt to even give you that?
So let's say you work 9 hours a day. So you're away from home 9 hours out the day. Then you have to sleep. So if you spending all this time working, playing video games, and with your friend, what is your wife getting? What is your woman getting? There's no nurturing.
She's getting a roof over her head. She's getting clothes bought and paid for her. She's getting children to have the joy and privilege of raising. She's getting a home to help her husband build. That's what she's getting. All the same things that I'm going to work and doing and providing for. That's what she's getting. What is wrong with that?
There's nothing wrong with it, but I'm sure she wants to be around you sometime too.
And she does get to be around me. All she has to do is speak up.
Oh.
But at the same time, I don't need someone sitting and telling me that I can't come and go as I please in my house.
Who said that?
Or making me feel as though I'm doing something wrong by coming and going as I please. I don't understand that.
So do you think that women be able to do that? Come and go as they please?
Say what?
Do you think that women deserve to go and come and go as they please?
I don't see why not.
With 3 children holding on to her ankle, you think she's coming and going as she please?
You don't think that men sit and take their kids with them when they leave too? Come on now.
Mm-mm.
Are any of you guys married or in a marriage?
Been married, yes.
And you didn't have that? You didn't have that?
I
take my kids with me all the time when I go places.
Mm-mm.
I'll sit and take my son and my daughter with me when I go and hang out with some of my homeboys. So I don't understand what your argument is. See, the thing is most men, that's why I don't understand the dude that was here before, because he said that men will always cheat, and that is not the case at all. Most men, if they have a woman that they know that they can count on, that they can trust, and that they know will be honest and true to them, will be the most faithful dudes on the planet. All you got to do is meet a man halfway. But see, the problem that I see with most women today is they don't even want to meet halfway. They want all the traditional values of dating, but yet they want to live in this modern era life and have all these modern things that come along with it too, and you can't have it both ways. That's why you're getting pushback from men.
So why are you looking? If you're married, why are you looking?
I'm not looking. Who said I was looking? You just assumed that I'm looking.
You said it. You said I see all these women, and I'm just curious because if your wife is doing everything that she's supposed to do, why are you even? You shouldn't even have any perspective on that.
Dude, that's all that's going around right now is this big, huge deal and debate with dating and why nobody's dating. You realize that the fact that men and women aren't reproducing is a major crisis right now.
For who?
Because the reproduction rate has dropped. Because men and women don't want to do anything traditionally. They're fighting with each other, and now they're not even reproducing. And if they do reproduce, there's the amount of children that are being aborted because they don't want to deal with the other person is through the roof.
Well, y'all
do you realize once the boomers, when all the boomers retire, that there's not going to be enough people left in the workforce to actually cover all the jobs?
Well, let's say this, Mr. Angry Snowman. We just had a black female Olympian die in childbirth. So the facts are there's not enough health care in place.
Did the child make it?
No.
Did the child make it?
No.
And
so let me speak.
But was she? You
have your generalizing
did she die?
Why.
Did she die?
why reproduction is not happening.
Did the woman die while she was giving birth to the child?
Died? Yes, she died in childbirth.
While giving birth?
Yes.
Okay, so you don't think that maybe she was the one that chose that she was going to give that child a chance, and maybe she was willing to risk?
I'm trying to tell you the facts about why.
You don't know what was going through that other woman's head. You are you, and you're sitting here trying to say why another woman died. How do you know that she was? How do you know that she wasn't willingly willing? And
a lot of black women do not have enough health care.
Bullshit.
For them.
Bullshit. In America, you got black women have the same health care white women do.
No, they don't. Wait a minute. No, sir. You will not.
You guys don't have the same access to the same insurance as white women? Are you crazy? Are you crazy? There ain't a single insurance company in this country that can discriminate and tell you they won't insure you and give you the same quality that they will white people. They'll end up losing their fucking business.
It's about the providers. It's about the providers and the service that is done in the hospital. See, when your wife got
so now it's everyone else's job that you pick poor doctors.
Your wife went to that. Well, let me explain something. When your wife went to the hospital, they greeted her. Her OBGYN made sure that she was comfortable.
And you know what? Every time I see a black woman go into the same hospitals, they greet her with the same care and compassion and kindness that they did my wife. So don't give me that garbage.
Mortality rate for black women is
that's bullshit. That is bullshit.
That's exactly
he gotta go. Y'all been put out his smoke. Y'all letting him escape. He gotta go. He just gotta go.
That's bullshit.
His smoke been
out. Where
out.
are you getting your facts from?
Where am I getting my facts from?
You gotta
go. Where are you getting that from?
Reality. My facts are based in reality. Reality. You're going to tell me, you're really going to sit and tell me that black women don't have access to the same insurance and health care as white women. That is absolutely absurd. Absolutely absurd. Because, dude, the people that are doing that would literally be in prison for discrimination. They would shut their business down. Are you serious? Do you not look? Wow. You guys are delusional. Delusional as fuck. And you wonder why you're single.
You're a white man.
I'm not single, but
I know I'm a white man. I'm a proud cracker.
And you're coming.
Get your ass up out of here.
Cracker ass, cracker. Get him off the damn thing.
For real, like somebody need to get him up out of here because he's talking crazy. He has no idea what he's talking
about.
No,
I'm not talking. The only reason why I'm talking crazy is because I'm talking sense.
No, you're coming from a white man's perspective.
No, I'm coming from a man's perspective. It has nothing to do with white or black. You're making it white or black. You just made it white or black.
Out of here.
And that's why you made it white or black, because you was losing the damn argument with me. So you had to go and make it white or black. That way you could try and use that as your argument to counter deflect.
Healthcare is not the same for black people and white.
The hell it ain't, dude. The only difference in healthcare is whether or not you pay for your private healthcare or you get it from the government. If you get it from the government, obviously your healthcare is going to be shitty. I mean, look at VA. Look at the vets that have to go through the VA. That's government healthcare. It's shitty. And I'm telling you, government healthcare affects both white and black people. There's actually more white people that get Medicaid than there are black people.
That's true. Too loud.
That's true. That's true. Right in that trailer park. Please go. Please go.
Mic, yes, you
trailer park.
The mic is too loud.
Well, then I'll turn it down. Is that better?
Screaming over us is
that better?
Right. Just because you're screaming over us does not make you right. It doesn't.
Hood mystic.
And so we have
a cigarette in the house.
So you need to cut it out.
Don't get his ass up out of here.
Damn. So what? Why he gotta go?
Because I'm talking.
Are you serious?
No, but you're always throwing out statistics. Throw out the statistics.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
Okay,
where did he get that from?
I didn't look
him up. He clearly doesn't know. He clearly maybe
so
never heard of
Google? What should I Google? What should I Google? Let's see.
Women.
Google. Let me
childbirth for black women.
No, Google how nurses and doctors treat black women. Period.
All right, let me because I'm gonna share my Google.
Pew research.
I want to make sure my X videos don't pop up. Hold
on. Yeah, they are.
So what was it, Hood Mystic?
Google how doctors and nurses treat black women. The study will pop right up.
Or like implicit bias or racial disparity.
Yeah, implicit bias. They feel that black women don't experience.
We just told him the facts. The fact that we're all black women sitting up here telling him the fact, that should be enough. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
All of you have kids?
That should be enough. Yeah.
All of you have kids?
Yeah.
We have Google.
Every one of you.
No. They all been to the doctor.
No.
Which one?
And I guarantee
So,
even
so
the
you're
ones that
telling me,
don't
so you're also
probably
up here
won't have
telling me
kids in
that
the
every doctor
hospital.
you've went to has treated you like shit?
Nobody said that.
That is what you're saying. That black women get treated like shit by their doctors.
No, consciously, I actually
what you
chose a
want.
black OBGYN for that purpose because I knew exactly how I was going to be treated. I was going to be treated with respect. I was going to get treated with the utmost care so that I can birth both children.
Okay.
Same doctor.
Everybody's entitled to that.
Black woman, okay? So, yeah,
everybody's entitled to get to choose whoever they want to have as their healthcare provider, and
Not
have the
always,
person
'cause
that
it's
they
not
feel
a
is
lot-
best
it's
for
not
them.
a
What the
lot
hell has that
of
got to do with
us.
anything?
It's not a lot of us. That's another reason why
It has a
lot
lot
of us
to
are
do
choosing
with
to
it.
go have midwives and have home births and not go to these hospitals because we are dying in these hospitals. What are you talking about?
No,
Everybody dies in the hospital. That's what they're for.
No, not the alarming rates that black women are dying.
Oh, dude, look.
I'm not a
what are the rates that they're dying at?
We're gonna look it up. Because getting the statistics. He's pulling it up.
Wait, so Hood Mystic, I'm trying to find it.
Well, let me give you this, Hamp.
Will did a super chat. That's quick and easy because that's
the
it.
Pew Research is stating the reason why U.S. fertility is at an all-time low is for a couple of different reasons. The first one is children cost too much, the rising cost of children. The second one is high student debt by young adults. The number one.
What is this? Sorry, what is this?
So,
yeah, what is it?
Angry Snowman stated the reason why there is low reproduction in the U.S. is due to the fact that women or men are arguing, and those are not the reasons. The reasons is because the high cost of raising children, meaning it costs too much to raise children, improve occupational opportunities for women, and the high level of student debt carried by young adults. So that is why the reproduction is low, is because we can't afford to have the kids.
So you're saying Pew Research is incorrect?
I'm saying no. That is what Pew Research said.
What you just did, all the
reasons why, yes, reproduction is low in the U.S.
Those have been issues with people that have kids for the entirety of mankind. You realize that most of the people that have kids are people that are lower income.
Facts. Those are the facts. It has nothing to do with anybody's opinion. Those are the facts.
Can I just read something really quick that I found from the National Institutes of Health.gov? And this is an essay, but I'm just going to read a quick little excerpt. It says, research consistently has documented the continued impacts of systematic oppression, bias, and unequal treatment of Black women. Substantial evidence exists that racial differences in socioeconomic and housing outcomes among women are the result of segregation, discrimination, and historical laws purposed to oppress Blacks and women in the United States. I won't go on, but that's just it. What we're saying is valid. I don't think that you're hearing what we're saying because everyone is talking over each other, but there are facts, there are stats that you can look up about the unequal treatment and about implicit biases against Black women. That's not to say that we don't have access to health insurance. It's not to say that we don't have any say over who our healthcare providers are, but there is a bias that exists, and it would behoove you to Google it.
So, Snowman, what about this? What about this point here? Right?
What's that?
So, like, if I walk into a room, like, let's say my wife was trying to buy a car, like, then this happens. She's trying to do something, but I'm not there. They treat her differently. When I walk in,
that's just normal, dude. That's normal society. I mean, that's just
no. But right, so that you agree, right? That happens, right, with women generally.
Absolutely.
Ladies, I'm asking because I want some clarity. You know, just thinking logically. If a lot of our babies are being born out of wedlock, do you think that is a causation for maybe the mistreatment? Is that there's not a man there to protect, or because even when my kids are being born, when I get in the room, everybody stand up straight. Yep. They start acting different. Are we just totally saying no way because it can only happen at a car dealership, or is there some? Come on. Is there some viability to that? That's all I'm asking.
I'm just gonna say wedlock doesn't mean absent father. The fathers are there when the children are born.
Are they? Okay.
Yeah.
Are they?
Yes.
Sometimes.
Sometimes it's not an answer. Come on, this is a
I'm
subsequent
gonna say
conversation.
sometimes,
an
but
answer.
I know my
So
situation.
sometimes
I
it's
know.
not an answer because you can say sometimes about everything. So what I'm asking is, are
The
we
same
saying
when
that
you say all don't mean
majority of
all. It's
men
the
are
same when you say
talking?
all don't mean all. So stop it.
All right, let me
Yep,
keep.
I would agree with you if there wasn't.
What I'm saying now, fuck that. Hold on, that shit is starting to get on my nerves now. We understand that all don't mean all, right? But we're talking about
That means
majority of
sometimes.
things. There's always outliers. That's what I'm saying there. But you can say sometimes about every single
Yep.
aspect of anything. That's why I don't like it as an answer, especially with something as substantive as this, where we're trying to get somewhere. Sometimes doesn't apply because we can't learn from sometimes.
I didn't say sometimes. I said they're
You didn't
there.
say sometimes. I didn't say you said sometimes. I was talking to Nate because when you say sometimes, it's like, yeah, of course.
Hamp,
Let
I
me read
think.
it.
I'm sorry.
One second, bro. Let me read these super chats real quick. Mike Brown with the $5 super chat. This was an older one. We keep dismissing financial, but it seems to be the number one need for women on the panel to consider dating a suitor. In regards to talking about Nick Cannon. Oh yeah. So Mr. Britt, you got 20 in the kitty because Will had already kicked Sigma off. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate you. Nina Angelina says there are so many women who would like to be in a monogamous relationship, but the men that they're interested in want to date around and are not ready.
That's true.
Will with the $10 super chat. This was Sis was referring to. Black women have the highest maternal mortality rate in the United States, 69.9 per 100,000 live births in 2020.
But what are the outliers for that? You
Well,
know,
let me
because
get
there's got to be causation for it. I mean,
Well, I think that's what they were discussing. Let me read these. I got two more. Triumph Pack with the $5 super chat. Good points about women, Angry Snow. And Mike Brown with the $5 super chat. He sent the. Is this what you were going with, Ro? Is this the one you had?
That's the one from CDC as far as the
yeah.
numbers.
I don't know if the
research
CDC is
was
really
actually
credible
why.
anymore these days, are they?
Oh, come on.
No, well,
Doing-
they were just involved in the biggest smoke screen in the world.
I wanted to
Who is
answer
credible?
Hamp's question. Hamp, the reason why people stand up when you come in the room, you do that in every room you come in. So even if a woman is pregnant and she's having a baby out of wedlock and there is no father, if her mother or her grandmother or an authoritative figure goes into that room and asks questions, they will stand up and they will act accordingly. Now, if she's there by herself, no, they won't.
Okay,
Now,
so you think
what he's saying, there is some validity.
as a man or the husband or
if
the
the
father?
man or the husband is in there, absolutely. But also, I feel like if there's an authoritative figure that knows how to ask certain questions and ask them, why are y'all doing this? What's going on with the baby? Then they'll start to ramble.
So you're saying her mom or grandma can have the same impact as the man too?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
If they go, yes, because they're experienced in their in childbirth.
I see what you're saying. So yeah, so my logic only makes sense if they dolo.
Even
And
if
I've
they're
been
by
at
themselves.
R&D 4 times, and it's very, very rare for a woman to be in R&D by herself. If it's 10 women in R&D, one of them is by themselves. Even the baby daddy is going to be there to deliver the baby. He might not be there every day for 18 years, but we generally view childbirth as a big deal. So, and when we're there, it's a possibility that you will get mistreated because mortality, those things happen, even if everybody is there, because we are not doctors and we don't know the intricacies of what happened. I've been to OBGYNs and the doctor is like putting the what is that thing that they put on the lips to separate when you laying on the stirrups?
The forceps.
The forceps.
And
the forceps goes inside of you, though.
It's very uncomfortable for women. You know what I'm saying? And if they got a man OBGYN, like you can tell it's some sort of like sickness to the whole
I've
deal.
never let a man put his hand on my wife's vagina other than me.
Sometimes
Seriously.
you don't got a choice though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
you actually do have a choice.
And you also have to go back to gynecology, right? And the father of gynecology and his experiment on Black women without pain medication, because the belief is Black women do not
pain tolerant.
Yes.
Well, we could sit and look. When it comes to the medical system in general, it's got a history of torturing people in general. just
No, we
to
got to be specific
make
about black
breakthroughs.
women. It's not in general.
Dude, it's not just black
No,
women that have
no.
had that stuff done to them.
No,
Everybody's
you
been.
can't generalize this because we
But-
can all get on Google and talk about how the father of the OBGYN, you don't have OBGYN.
That's that's just one facet of the medical industry.
No, you can't say anything else when you talk about the discrimination of black women.
There is no
look.
I'm not going to sit and say that there isn't. Look, I will not say that there is no discrimination today because there are people that are still discriminatory and racist. But look, there is the racism and discrimination that you're sitting and trying to say exists today does not exist, sir.
No, black women twice more likely to get hysterectomy.
Look, if the discrimination that you guys are trying to say exists today existed, then you wouldn't even have people like me constantly getting on panels with black people trying to have conversations and point out that this does not exist.
If you're gonna get on a panel with black people, you gotta listen. You can't. You don't know what you're talking about. You need to do research on this subject. I've done research on this subject. I know what I'm talking about.
What does your lived experience tell you, though? You can read anything you want. What has your experience in life told you? You're going to say, what racist experience have you had then, sir? Tell me what racist experience you've had.
Black.
I have 4 children in R&D. Like I've been.
And what was racist about that experience?
My wife was laying on her back when she was having her first child. That's unhealthy.
What was racist? My wife was laying on her back.
What? Excuse me.
She's supposed to kneel so the baby can go down.
She's supposed to kneel. She's supposed to be in the shower so the baby can come out through gravity. But the doctor is saying lay down, push.
And you're not supposed to be laid back.
My wife was laying down on her back when she gave birth with all of our kids.
Racism.
That's not racism.
Give the black woman the epidural. So they say push. And she says, I can't push. Well, do you want drugs? They don't know what to do. They're in so much pain. It's full trauma. They don't know what's going on. I've been in there.
Yeah, they do. A woman's having a kid. Do you know that the experience of a woman having a kid is the closest any individual, any living person will ever come to death?
And the facts is you need
without
more
dying.
Research. You angry. You need to
I'm not angry. I'm not angry, dude.
It's in your name, my guy.
Wait, the kids aren't born. Wait, the lady's not on her back with
She's
the stirrup?
supposed to be in a kneeling position or kind of upright so the baby can go straight down in the canal, not laying down. And I've researched that in history. And all the midwives, they make sure that the woman is not necessarily laying on her back and she's a little bit further up, and you do it in water. So that, like to his point with gravity.
But I've been there a bunch of times, and she was always laying down.
Right. So was mine.
But not when you have these midwives and doulas. No, they have you going upright position.
That's not the way it works.
But what I'm
women have epidurals though at the same time.
Yeah, epidurals. But that where's the racism in that part though? Because my wife always laid down.
The education, the knowledge. They get paid for epidurals. So if you black and
anesthesiologist.
The anesthesiologist, all of this is medicine that costs big money, and maybe our insurance covers it, but we don't have the knowledge of the money that this is a business. They don't care about your health. They will give you an epidural and give you all of that stuff in your back, man. What is that? What is that? Hip?
It paralyzes you from the waist down.
What is that? Ladies have the bad hips because of the epidural. They can hardly walk. Our black women are struggling, bro, like in pain.
Question: are you saying that they're forcing the epidural on black women and not so much on other races?
I mean, it's a business. But listen, like we uninformed, we uneducated. Like when I'm in R&D, you know, it's young men who don't know the why.
I hear that. But what you're telling me is no different than what I've witnessed with my own wife. So I'm trying to figure out what's racist about what you're saying.
Hold on, no man. Wait, hold on. So I want to hear. So it's okay to speculate for this segment. Mm-hmm. Are you saying that they are disproportionately selling epidurals to black women?
I mean, I know for a fact they disproportionately do C-sections to black women. They disproportionately do hysterectomies to black women. And I'm being anecdotal right now. And I got you. I can be 100% wrong. And I know for a fact that they're going to drive home a point to make as much money as they can. Like the whole time that your wife is going to the doctors, they're telling her to take glucose and all of this type of stuff. And it's like me and my wife had to do research and then had to combat the doctors.
Do due diligence.
Do our due diligence and say, well, these are our rights. This is our knowledge.
So
Now,
hood, wait, right, hold on. So I got you, right? So who is that on? If black families aren't doing their due diligence and then they get taken advantage of, who is that on?
I honestly feel like it's part of the racist structure of our society. Like, I mean,
hold on,
honestly,
hold that thought.
One thing,
hold that thought real quick. No. I want you gonna finish. I just want to say something real quick about the panel. So what I want to do is I still got Beans in the back. I got John the Baptist in the back. All right. We're gonna open the panel up. We can continue this conversation. I do kind of want to get back to the other one. I'm gonna give up my slot. I'm gonna give it to John the Baptist right now. All right. Let Hood finish his pot. What I'm about to do is start the timer. It's a 1-minute timer. So Hood, I know you now, nigga. All right, now be succinct, asshole. Angry, you know I know you. Be succinct, dickhead. All right,
hey, dude. Look, I will not sit and lambaste anyone. I won't. I won't sit and filibuster, dude.
Love, bro. I'm watching y'all. Let Dana talk, and let Sis talk. And Sis, when you come off the mic, don't just talk shit. All right, and don't forget about Tay in the corner. And Isha was trying to say something. It would have been half good at first, and then she gonna fuck it up with something at the end. But that's
facts.
what she does.
I got facts, homie.
All right, y'all good? All right, cool. Go ahead, Hood. You good? Hey,
I'm
love,
good.
watch his ass. Watch. He in the dark now. He think we can't see his ass. Watch him. All right, go ahead.
No, I just wanted to say one thing. Like, I'm being completely anecdotal, and this is just my experience. But I've lived in.
Hey, Ham, let me fall back for Beans. Ham.
Sir, wait a minute. Hood Mystic was talking.
I've lived in a lot of different communities, and I don't know about y'all. It's a black neighborhood and it's a white neighborhood. It's a black school and it's a white school. It's a black hospital and it's a white hospital. So if we're gonna just act like these things don't exist, and I know like we get around and we get to different places, but I've traveled all over the country, and in general, this is a white country in like the cities and the towns, and we just got our little small population. So for that being said, like I just think the whole society can be racist and we don't know shit about it.
All right.
We'll do him. All right, Dana, do you have something to say, Dana? I thought you were next, maybe.
No, it's okay. You can go ahead and move on.
Joel 499. This dude is really all lives mattering healthcare.
Really, Beans?
Mike Brown, $5. It costs more money for epidurals and black people are less insured, meaning that they can't pay for it. Not following this logic, Hood.
They're not going to ask about your insurance when they offer the epidural. They're just going to offer the epidural. The money come later.
Like I don't want to get into a back and forth with you, Hood. My only problem with people who speak the way that you do is that when people ask you qualifying questions, you instinctively dodge them because they're going to undermine the point that you're making.
Ask the question. Ask the question.
Well, again, I don't. The question that was asked to you by Angry Snowman and by him was, how is it racist if they're doing the same thing to white people and Mexicans and all this other stuff? And instead of just acknowledging, well, you know what, it's probably not racist, but it's probably still not good practice, right? Just say that and move forward, because trying to land or down a hill about something, to me, it just ruins conversations. I don't know why people do that. I understand why women do it.
I answered the question directly when I said that black women are offered C-sections more like a natural birth versus a C-section is a surgery. Black women get offered the C-section more than white women. Facts, study, research. That's racist.
Not answering the question.
Let me answer. That's racist. That's racist, because if a black woman is only 5% of the population, but 2 times the amount of hysterectomies, not because of a health problem, but because of a racist system. I answered the question because you don't understand the question, or
you're not answering the question. That's what I'm saying, bro.
Then just do more research.
Listen what I'm saying, bro. See, this is what I mean. Because you on your soapbox, right? You're trying to make the point that Black women endure things that you would consider racist through the medical field, right? I'm not arguing against you that it doesn't happen. What I'm saying is learn when to concede. Learn when to say, you know what, I'm speaking in hyperbole right now. You know what? I can't back up this thing that I'm saying. I'm going to be honest with you. It's not racist. Because as Snowman just said, his wife did it with all their pregnancies. And I know my baby mamas did it. And everybody knows people been doing it. It's not racist. I'm just saying it's okay to say, well, you know what, I misspoke on that one thing so that the conversation can move forward and it doesn't become a circuit argument because you want to down the heel on your soapbox. It just ruins conversations, but let's move on.
That's a grown man. Where do you get off telling him how he should speak?
Thank you,
first and
Sid.
foremost.
The same way
That's so undermining. He said what he said, and then he did back it up with either his anecdotal or his experiences or what he's researched. So what are you saying? You just talking.
Right. So let me get this straight. You okay with fake news?
Can you come on camera?
It's not fake news. It's not fake news.
You're not,
I don't know why
you're
you're
not
saying
okay with fake news, right? So that's what I'm saying. The same way how we don't want people spreading fake news, whether it's about us as Black people or otherwise, we shouldn't either.
Why is it fake? Because you said so? Because you said so? Hold on. Before you answer that, I'll go ahead and read this super chat. Thank you. Is it Triumph Pack? Or I don't know. For the $5 super chat. Wives beg for that epidural. All y'all lie down having the baby.
The epidural don't hurt.
My wife's actually trying to have
baby, didn't.
My wife's
No,
trying
I
to have
think
this
you're on
one
an
without
angle.
one.
I don't think you're ever laying flat down because you can't even push like that. You're on an angle.
I was on an angle. I was never flat on my back. Never.
Well, look, I understood what he was saying though when he said that his old lady was flat on her back because to my wife, yeah, it was kind of like cocked like that, but it's still flat on your back. To a degree, right. It wasn't standing up. It wasn't standing up as the one lady up top was explaining how childbirth should be done. Which I'm not sitting and disagreeing that maybe the way that doctors make women do childbirth is more traumatic. But what I can say is I just pulled up the mortality rate of women in general in the United States, and it says what is it? In the United States today, 15 women die in pregnancy or childbirth per 100,000 lives or births. That's in the United States, all women, the entire female population.
And what number is Black?
And then they say that's way too many. But a century ago, it was more than 600 women per 100,000 births died at childbirth.
You can't use that because that invalidates the point. Now, I would agree with you that I think it's more Black women, right? Because I had a friend, rest in peace to one of my best friends, Deanne Spencer, who died giving birth to her son. And that messed us all up. But here's the one thing the one metric that Black women refuse to speak on when we're talking about that particular subject. One of the reasons why they have a higher mortality rate is because they have children at later ages. That's why. Now watch this. Everything. Now, I just invalidated everything else because I said that. Watch this.
You just pulled that out of your ass. That's not. Show me the stat. That's not real life.
You're right.
It's fact because you said so, right?
No, you're right.
I'm trying to understand why we have men argue with us about giving birth and they can't.
Thank you. Good question.
You just said that I pulled that out of my ass, but I'm being condescending.
Can you state your source?
Why do I have to?
Because if you're saying it like you said,
so wait. I just want to know for sure that what we're going to say right now is that Black women aren't having their children later in life. That's what we're saying.
Nobody said that.
That's what I just said. You told me I pulled it out of my ass.
I'm 15.
That's literally what I just said, and you told me I pulled it out of my ass.
Nobody is debating. No. Can I answer the question? What I'm saying is nobody is debating the fact that Black women are having, or women period, are having children later in life. Nobody's debating that. But you trying to apply that to a made up statistic. That's not what I'm refuting.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
Exactly. I literally said one of
you
the
literally
metrics. You can rewind the tape. I literally said one of the metrics for the mortality rate amongst black people, black women that they usually don't talk about is the fact that they're having children later. When my friend died on the table giving birth to her son, she knew that it was possible for that birth to be problematic because she was in her 30s. And they told her that. But she was going to have her baby. Right? So, and that's what I'm saying. A lot of women say, hey, save my baby. Don't worry about me. So, no, I didn't even say nothing about no statistic. All I said is we know for sure, but you ain't gonna argue with me that black women have children later in life. And I'm saying that's contributing to the mortality rate.
What's defined later? Okay,
that's being very later in life. Sorry, Lev, but that's being very dismissive of the existence of this inequality that exists far more than women having children at later ages being a contributing factor. Like, let's talk about what we're actually discussing here. You're trying to derail the conversation into some bullshit statistic about women having children later in life, and that is a thing. The women are having children later in life, but that doesn't have anything to do with black women's mortality.
Can you please mute yourself, Snowman?
Sorry.
And your mic is only playing out of one side, Snowman. It's only coming out of my left ear. So listen, see, this is what I'm saying, right? I believe the perfect panels are 6 women, 4 men, because I believe that women bring balance to a conversation, but not when you're doing what you're doing right now, which is being emotional. My exact words.
Emotional. You're not making any sense,
right? Because every time you start talking, I stop until you're through.
Bullshit.
My exact words were one of the metrics. So how is that dismissing anything else?
Because
right now it's okay to say, you know what, you're right, that's not being dismissive.
Healthcare system.
You can't say that it's a metric because you don't have any numbers behind. There's no, like, you're just pulling shit out of your ass. It's a metric because you said it's a metric. You don't know how much of that contributes to what we're actually talking about. You're just trying to disprove somebody else's point.
Right, which is why I'm saying it's a metric. That's my point. Is that I'm literally not dismissing.
Your point is stupid.
I'm literally
not a fucking point.
Sister,
that's not a point.
I'm literally not dismissing the other things. That's why I'm saying it's
You're literally pulling shit out of your ass.
No, you're being emotional.
Okay, I'm being emotional because I'm a woman.
She's supposed to be. She's a woman.
You're not just kissing black women's behinds. But I'm literally saying it's one of the metrics. That means that's one of them. Age. 2 could be racism and the stuff that they doing to black people. 3 could be bad health, bad eating. 4, it could be all kind of other stuff going on in their vagina. It could be a whole bunch of things. But all I said was that's one of the metrics that women never discuss is that they're having the babies at a later age. That's what I'm saying.
I'm really emotional right now.
There's only one person.
This is called being demonstrative, right? Because I'm not speaking in hyperbole. This is called being demonstrative.
You sound really emotional right now, brother. I don't know.
Demonstrative. See, I sound demonstrative. See, this is the difference when you can't just out talk like these other dumb guys, right? I'm being demonstrative because that's who I am, but I'm not being emotional because I'm speaking facts. So I literally said one metric. You don't understand what metric means, obviously.
I don't.
You keep calling it a statistic, but a metric is a unit in a statistic. So I'm not calling statistics, but you should Google that so you can realize.
I don't understand. I know. I'm just an emotional dumbass woman.
You're talking about the criteria.
No, you're not dumb. No, you're not dumb. You're not dumb.
Beans. You're referring to the criterion of why women are having higher mortality rates when it comes to childbirth, right? Those are the criteria that you labeled. Is that what you're talking about? Metrics?
No, not metrics. Metric.
I'm saying the metric. So are you saying that is a criterion? That's basically what you're trying to say. That's a criterion. Those are the reasons why.
It's a reason why. Okay. Yes. That's all I'm saying. It's just a reason why. That's it. I believe, listen.
Okay, we heard your point.
People are killing our sisters. I believe that. I believe these people are kidnapping our sisters. I believe that. But my intellect and my logic is not going to let me dismiss all of the other factors. That's the difference. And when we have these type of conversations, when we sit on panels and we speak in hyperbole and don't want to speak matter-of-factly or logically or use numbers, we sound like what we saying don't matter. So if that's what you want the program to be, then go ahead. But I'm not going to do that to his program or mine.
I'm asking you what the numbers are. That's literally what I've been saying.
I don't know the numbers, but what I do know is
that
disproportionately,
why are you
I'm not talking on the numbers. That's the point. I'm not speaking on the numbers, sister.
You're talking about a metric.
You have to. Yes, it matters.
Can I read this super chat?
But to what extent does it matter? Is what I'm saying. That's why you need numbers.
What do they call a woman's pregnancy when she gets into her 30s?
High risk.
Geriatric.
Okay. So now geriatric. Now here's the thing. Here's what I want you to do. I don't even know this for a fact. I don't know it at all. I will bet you any kind of money you want to right now that the majority of Black women who die on the birth table are over 30. I will bet you right now. That means 51% or more, whatever money you want to bet. And I don't even know it. But you know why I'll be willing to bet that? Because it makes sense. It ain't my feelings. It ain't what I want to feel about it.
Please, can you read the super chat as Hamp asks us to do?
$2. Beans, 10 toes down. Thank you, Caesar's Palace. Will, $10. There are a multitude of disparities across racial lines in medicine. You can look up something called wimpy white boy syndrome about the disparities of white boys in the NICU.
Or NICU, what's it called?
NICU, yeah. I know my wife, she's 35 with this pregnancy, and she's been having a whole lot more health issues with it than she did the first two. The first two, I mean, she breezed right through it. She actually impressed me with how well she handled being pregnant. And this time around, the third time, it's just hitting her different. I mean, even her chemical levels are off balance and stuff, unlike the other ones.
Yeah.
So can I ask a question on the men?
Dana, you're not done. And I don't want you to ever say that.
I know I'm not done.
Say it out loud then.
I know I'm not
done. Can Love ask what she was going to ask? Because
my sisters ain't done.
Yes,
okay.
Love,
so,
go ahead, girl.
So my quick question is for the men on the panel, and I really want you to be concise because this time has been up there and it's been ignored the entire time. This is the women's POV. Do y'all come up here to hear our point of view or to hear your own selves talk? That's a legitimate question. Can you be succinct in your answer? Beans, go.
No, I don't come up here to hear your point of view.
Thank you. Hood Mystic, when you come up here on the POV, are you here for our point of view?
My reason for coming up here was just to leave a comment and just like really congratulate y'all lady for really handling these points and really like not losing at all tonight. So like I've never really seen this before. Like y'all really did an amazing job. Like no cap. And I'm not even a pander or nothing like that. Y'all know, like I'ma just keep it 100. But y'all was really kicking ass today, and I just wanted to commend y'all.
Thank you, Hood.
Thank you, Hood. Angry Snowman, did you come up here on our podcast to hear our POV or just to hear yourself talk?
I came up here because the host said he wanted me to come up here.
He asked you to come up here?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm talking to him later.
Okay. Can I ask you a question, Sister Love? Okay.
Yes.
When other people come up on the panel and they don't agree with you, why do y'all get upset?
It's not an upset. What it is that we want to have a dialogue, right? And because, again, you come up on our panel and we want to have a dialogue. And what I have found is that a lot of men come up here and try to overtalk us. They talk loud. They throw out those buzzwords of us being emotional. But when you all do it, it's demonstrative. And so we do want to hear, what you have to say. We don't mind it. Come up here and talk. But it's a dialogue and it's not a monologue. That's all.
Now watch this. I agree with you that happens, and it happens way too often. Right?
Do you agree that it happened 5 minutes ago?
So you see how I just acknowledged that happens and it happens way too often, Sister Love? Now watch this. Can you agree that because you all have experienced that you think every dude comes up here for that, and sometimes you might launch on a guy unexpectedly when that's actually not what he's up here for?
So what I will acknowledge is that if a man comes here and says, I want to give y'all all the smoke, and does a lot of accusatory statements, then yes, you have triggered a response in that you may seem that we're being, what you call it, aggressive. What's the word you use? I'm sorry. Launch on them. We launch. I'm sorry. I think you were to use launch. Then we do launch.
Yeah, but see, that's what I'm saying. So you see how easy it was for me to just acknowledge what you said was true without qualifying it. What I'm saying is,
no, I wasn't qualifying anything. I was getting clarity and context around my statement. It wasn't qualifying and dismissing anything. I acknowledged it, and I'm telling you why it happened. Again, giving you our POV. Mm-hmm. That's what I was doing.
Mm-hmm. So what I'm saying is this: what I specifically asked, right, is a guy that's not on that. Do you think it's possible that you all ever launch on a guy that's not on that he says something, you disagree with it, and you think he's up here for the because listen, I go to other people's panels
can I answer your question,
really
please?
upset with them when they do that. So I'm not here for that.
And that's fine. There's been guys that come on here, we did not agree with what they said, and we didn't launch, as you said.
That was my experience.
We did not. Well, that was your experience. That's fine, because the way you came up here, and you're very condescending at times. You're very condescending at times.
I literally just said that was my experience the first time that you didn't launch on me. See what I'm saying? I'm agreeing with you.
Well, again.
But also, too, what's wrong with what's wrong with showing emotion? What do you have a problem with? Especially if women are supposedly more emotional than men. What's the issue?
Here's the issue, sister.
There's a time and place for it.
Here's the issue. Kevin C, $5.
Well, yeah, with all that yelling you were doing 20 minutes ago.
Kevin C, $5.
A lot of that was just my mic. I didn't know it was up all loud. I apologize.
Oh, yeah, y'all know how to lie real well.
Kevin C, $5. Looked it up. Black women healthcare issues. Over 12 articles, studies on structural racism, implicit bias, racial disparities, mistreatment, etc. Damn, that boy can read. Okay.
Hey, can you drop the link so I can check it out?
Here's the thing, sis.
Hey, Angry, real quick. Sorry, Beans. I don't mean to interrupt you, but real quick, Angry Snowman, on that topic as well. You might also want to look at Serena Williams' story, because that had been made pretty public and pretty popular as of late with regard to her child birth experience.
Because the thing that I'm curious about is what the time frames are that these studies were done. Honestly,
that's
because if it was something that happened, if it's something that happened 50, 60, 70 years ago, then yeah, I would expect that.
No,
in today's day and age, I'm
see,
sorry.
But that's hold on, Hood. See, but that's the problem, Angry Snowman, is that a lot of people a lot of people like you believe that things like this don't happen in modern.
Like you mean?
Who say things that you say.
Okay.
So let me just finish the point. I'm not talking about any particular class of people or anything like that. I'm saying people who have that same opinion, who share that opinion with you, that these things, it's not realistic for these things to happen in modern day, that this is something like, maybe if we were talking about 50 or 60 years ago, but it's actually very, it's rampant, to be quite honest with you, in every aspect of our lives. Racism it affects every aspect of our lives. It affects our housing. It affects our access to food. It affects our jobs. It affects our healthcare. Like, healthcare is not the exception. So if you think that racism is still alive and still exists, you have to be willing to accept that also exists in the healthcare field as well.
No, that's not. Those aren't synonymous. I mean, you can sit and understand that, yes, there are still racist people, there are still bigoted people, and that there's still racism in the world, because you're never going to get rid of racism, period. That's a human trait. Yeah, that's trying to get rid of something that humans possess. All right. But to sit and say that it's rampant like it was back in Jim Crow South, come on. You to say that racism exists like it did when black people couldn't drink from white people water fountains? Come on.
Is it because you have black friends?
No, but it's because
come on, bro.
No, I mean, that's a good question. I mean, no, they really no. I'm just asking.
You want to know why? Because I'm a white guy sitting here on a panel with 9 black people on a social media platform.
It doesn't
even having a discussion.
It doesn't exist the same way, but you were making it sound as though it doesn't exist at all.
No, I wasn't. I never said that it doesn't exist.
I could have sworn you did say that.
And I will say this, with racism, Angry Snowman, I will say this. It has transformed into microaggressions. It has transformed in other ways. So it has not gone away. Energy is neither created nor destroyed, and that racist energy has not been destroyed. I was still talking, sir.
We can't hear.
Right. So the energy of the racism has just transferred into a different form, but it's still running rampant.
I don't understand what this big push is for everybody in America now to have this. It's like this big race to see who has the most victimhood in America. It's insane to me.
Oh, wow.
It's everybody. It's everybody.
Dog
It's everybody.
here.
Look, you got LGBTQ.
Where are you?
Come in the fucking bathroom. Get him out of here.
All of them. It's
where
crazy.
did you go?
Victim Olympics?
Please.
Dude, we live in the greatest. Dude, it's as crappy as America is. We live in the greatest country to live in.
Can you log off?
For you, as a white man.
It's easy for you to say that though. Like,
I mean, for you as a white man.
If you talk about
you can
slavery,
say it too.
No, but if you talk about slavery, slavery still exists. Like black men are disproportionately jailed. Now, where if you look at the 13th Amendment, the law, where can slavery still exist? In prison. So the men in New Orleans, the men in Texas, they are slaves. And what are they in jail for? Nonviolent crimes. They're being incentivized to go to prison and build these prisons so people can populate them and work. That's slavery.
Only white people own and run prisons?
I didn't say nothing about white people. I'm talking about an institution.
Majority of the
no. Let me just
somebody's got to benefit from it, right? In order for it to be.
I've never said any white person, you don't have the power to be racist. You're not racist.
Nor the money.
From the institution where you have access to things, opportunities, and black people in the middle.
But racism is bigger than just that.
You gotta let them talk.
You're interrupting, bro. You're not listening. I listen to you talk, but listen to me talk. If you have a person, and you can say black people, you can even say white people who are in the lower class, it's just common sense that they don't have access to things. Like, it's just common sense. And the system that holds them back is racist, because if you have the money and you have the access, then you might have a better opportunity. Like, fuck all that rags to riches shit. That's not even pull yourself up by your bootstraps. When you have generational wealth, the average black person's generational wealth is non-existent. The average white person's generational wealth is in the six figures.
Where'd you get that stat?
Because you can drive around and see the houses.
No, that ain't gonna work, sir.
If you just look at the country and look at the homes.
If me driving around and seeing things through my lived experience doesn't work for me, then it shouldn't work for you either, sir. Sorry, that ain't how it works.
I'm not making an excuse. I'm making an argument. You making an argument back. You know what I'm saying? Don't attack me. Attack my argument.
I am attacking the argument.
If you look at the houses, I'm not saying that I'm a victim. I'm saying that I can just use my observation skills and say, wow, a lot of white people have homes. Like, wherever I go, there's homes and there's white people in them.
Well, then why are your observation skills valid and mine aren't?
From generation to generation.
Why are your observation skills and what you have observed through your lived experience a valid argument, but mine aren't? Then
you didn't give any qualifiers or clarifications. You didn't even let me speak. You didn't even listen to what I said. That's why what you said wasn't valid.
What?
You're not listening. You don't have any listening capability, bro. If you didn't experience it, you don't think critically. You can't empathize, right? And you're not a racist, you're an idiot, right? You just don't have any fucking common sense. And so you want to align with the white power structure, but they're not fucking with you. So this is why your wife is laying on her back struggling, because y'all not tapped in like you need to be tapped in.
I thought you just said attack the argument, not attack the person, dude, and you can't even take your own advice.
Okay. I'm just saying, like, at a certain point, I'm going to just say what I want to say. And you just going to have to listen to me, right? And now you say something back.
Can we read the super chat real quick? And we still need to hear from John the Baptist, too.
Yeah.
Kevin C. with the $5 super chat. Snowman, are you saying that racism is okay because it won't go away? As long as racism exists, perpetrators will keep hearing protests and smoke. I don't have my glasses on, sorry. Go ahead and answer, Mr. Snowman. If you have a response.
What was that again? Are you saying that racism is okay because it won't go away as long as racism exists? I'm saying that I'm not saying that it's okay. I never said it was. All I'm saying is that people are racist. Every single person on the planet is more inclined to be that they relate to someone. Everybody relates to their own race. Everybody feels more comfortable around their own race. Everybody. This is a human nature thing. And racism, there's evil people out there. All right. I don't understand how. I don't know. It's just whatever. I'm so freaking confused by that, man. I just don't get it. I really don't. Go ahead.
Real quick, Will with the $20 super chat. Hood Missy, you sound smart to a dumb nigga. Take a break, bro. Yo,
I just
Hood, you know the vibes, man.
I did notice. I did have observation earlier.
20, man. I'll bring you back up.
Well, I figured I'd have been.
No matter what was said.
Real quick, let me get this last one and then John.
No matter what was said from,
I think you got a delay.
Whether it came out soft spoken or demonstrous or whatever, I did notice the response to the men that was the accusation that men come up to not hear your ladies' point of view, just to your own speak.
We can't hear you because your internet is.
Nah, you breaking up, John. Sway producing with the $2 super chat. Mystic, you
man, it might be messed up. I've been having trouble all day with my internet, so it might be that for real. But I did notice that there was a comment made. The question.
Damn.
And his internet said no.
Yeah. Sway producing with the $2 super chat. Mystic, you preaching for degenerates in jail, dog? Hood got kicked off, so maybe somebody.
So can we go to the second question that I had then?
Sure, go ahead.
the one about why women automatically assume that when a man says something about submission that it means complete and total control, that they don't have no say, that a man's not going to listen to their opinion or anything like that. Why women automatically assume the worst?
I don't think that we're assuming the worst, and I understand that this is your first time listening in on this particular show, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so there are
not the subject.
Okay, yeah. There are a lot of people that make comments or that call in specifically about wanting men who want women who they can kind of mold and they want younger women in particular for that reason, so they can mold them so that they can kind of not control, but what's the word I'm looking for, Ham? What's the word that they used?
Coach.
To coach. They want to be able to coach their partner to be the type of wife that they want them to be. And so that's where a lot of it comes from. There's not an issue with this panel with submission, with being submissive, I don't believe. But a lot of that, again, goes back to the coaching and the wanting somebody that they can mold to essentially control.
Wouldn't you say it's fair to say that in order for a man and a woman to have a healthy, a relationship that's going to actually have some longevity, that they both have to actually show and tell each other what it is that each one needs from each other both? That way that the other person can actually meet the requirements that the other one is asking for?
Absolutely, but that's not the way it's presented. It's presented in a very one-sided manner whereas the women don't have as much say and their needs and concerns are not heard.
Well, in a house, like for instance, in a home where you got, you're not just, it's not just you and a woman, there's other people literally depending on, two grown adults to make the right decisions for, everybody's survival to be upkept. Doesn't there have to be one person that has to make the final decision on basically everything? I mean, seriously, whether or not you're going to pay for the vacation this summer, or you're going to wait and put it off till, maybe in the fall, because you got this to get, or whether or not you're going to go out and, get the new car, or you're going to turn around and rather than get the new car, you're going to go and, put a new deck on the house or something. Wouldn't you say that when it comes to that type of stuff, which is most generally what discussions would be about as far as homes, as finances and things of that nature, that somebody has to make that final decision?
I don't disagree with that. But again, we're not talking about submission. You're talking about submission, but that's not what's generally discussed and what was being referenced or what's usually referenced on this panel. What you're saying makes sense. What is usually being said with regards to controlling and coaching and molding women is not what you're describing.
Okay. Well, I think it is.
I was just trying to provide some context. I'm not trying to debate it.
Okay. Fair enough. That's all I got. Fair enough.
Damn. So now nobody want to talk. See, I only want to talk if everybody talk at once.
I was just waiting for him to stop talking.
John the Baptist. You shit straight?
I'm good, man. I'm not sure on my Wi-Fi, son. I do have issues all day with my Wi-Fi.
What now? You did something.
Okay. Yeah, but I'm not sure if I answered the question or not, but I did notice that no matter if a guy comes in hot or a guy comes in well-mannered, well-spoken, or just easy spoken, that the heat seems to be the same. It comes back to the men that's speaking, especially dealing with the question: do we come up here to hear the lady's point of view, or just hear our own selves speak? I think every time I come to this panel, I try to be respectful to the ladies on the panel. Even if I may disagree with what the ladies are saying, I try to say it in a respectful way. But I still get heat some kind of way, though. Even if you try to be respectful. So, but if a guy comes in hot or demonstrative, then it's the same treatment. So why would a man change his speech or contribute his speech if he's going to get the same treatment?
So why do you think you get heat? I think we are very respectful to you. Now, if we ask questions, because we're again trying to have a dialogue and we're trying to give our viewpoint, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm never going to agree or acquiesce to say because I am asking probing questions, challenging questions, and I'm being respectful. That's not disrespectful. I'm just not going to acquiesce to that. We've never disrespected you, John the Baptist, ever.
I just heard a comment tonight that I'm trying to manipulate and control the question with my questions. I think it was Dana who said. I think it was Dana who said that. I think it was Dana who said that too.
Yeah, but why does that make me emotional? Why does that mean that I'm coming at you? Because that's how I feel. I feel that when you're asking questions, sometimes you're not actually listening. You're not asking to get an actual response from us because you want our opinion. You're asking because you're trying to drive a point home. If that's my opinion, that's not me giving you smoke. Me giving you smoke is telling you to go fuck yourself. Like, that's not the same thing. And that's what you guys hold on. But that's what you guys be so like fake sensitive coming up here and being offended and want to be victims about every fucking thing that we say because we say it.
Offended. I'm not actually offended.
I'm speaking very generally because a lot of, it's been said more than once this evening, but you guys are always so offended by every little thing that we say, regardless of how we say it. Like, that was just an opinion that I had about the way that you ask questions and you take that as smoke. That shit is weird to me. You guys got to stop doing that. We're not coming at you. We're intelligent women trying to have a conversation, have a dialogue with you. That's not smoke.
So you do understand the context of when you do speak, that when you say that a man is controlling and manipulating, those have negative connotations to it, right?
I didn't say controlling and manipulative. I said they're leading questions.
I don't think you used the word leading, but we can rewind the tape and watch it later.
I guess we will.
And I guess our definitions of disrespectful is different because, again, I think that we're very respectful to you. Again,
I think the word, because I actually used, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to step over you. My bad. Go ahead. Again,
because in what Dana just said, our earlier comment about you is not disrespectful. That's our opinion of you. It's annoying at this point. And a couple of weeks ago, I think maybe last week, we're tired of. We're tired of men acting like women can't have a voice, and if we do have a voice, then we're emotional, or we're disrespectful, or we got smoke for you. Again, I'm very surprised you're saying that because we've never had smoke for you. Ever.
I'm only responding to, like I said, we had the conversation when we said earlier. I did notice like Let's just move on. We'll let it die. We'll let it die.
What? I mean, even if we are giving y'all smoke, like, and that's not even the case, but let's say that we are for the sake of the conversation. So what? You guys come up here to talk with us on this panel. So you can't deal with a couple of women like giving you a hard time if that's what we're allegedly doing. Like, this is ridiculous. Why
So
y'all
like
keep
even right now, Dana, do you think you're confrontational right now?
No, I'm not being confrontational. I'm speaking passionately.
You don't think your facial expressions are confrontational?
I'm sorry, I didn't smile. I forgot.
Think about it. Look at the manner. Look at the manner of tone.
About this, why does it matter? Is your wife confrontational? Are you okay at home?
Expressions are what they are. Like, it's okay. That doesn't mean that I'm being disrespectful to you because I'm not smiling and being agreeable with you. Shut up, Beans.
Good.
Basically, it sounds like you're saying she's not being feminine. She's not operating her feminine because she's being too aggressive in her tone. She's speaking too much. She has to be more docile. Is that what it is?
I got you. I'll let y'all rock out with those.
But I do want to know: Are you married to who you want to be married to? Is she non-confrontational? Is she feminine? Is she sweet? Does she have any emotions? Are you okay?
I'm not talking to my wife, and I'm talking to this ladies on the panel.
Well, I'm asking you. I'm just asking you a question. Are you okay at home? Are you okay?
See,
that's all I wanted to know.
Okay, do you think that question is how helpful do you think that question really is?
Because you're pinpointing Dana's expressions and her tone and everything.
Because in the moment Dana was talking to me.
But more importantly, are you married to somebody who you're comfortable with being married to? Are you okay?
My marriage has nothing to do with the question right now.
Okay, so you don't want to answer that? Just say you don't want to answer.
No, I don't. I'm not going to answer that.
Okay. Well, Kevin's here with his guns out. That's important too. Can we talk to Kevin now then?
Yeah.
You see how I disagree, but I wasn't disrespectful to you when I disagreed with you, though.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't even matter. I don't even care.
These men are.
You just want to be offended by everything.
Yeah, he wants to be.
I'm only showing to you what the question we said earlier.
Now you want to be a victim today. I don't know.
Yeah, but you're pinpointing this woman. You're talking about this woman. You want her to explain herself and do all the most. But are you okay? Just be okay at home. That's it. Don't come up here with all that animosity you got from home. Don't do that, because that's what it seems like over and over. Not even from just you, but multiple men that come up here. Seems like there's something going on at home and y'all get it out on here. That's honestly what I feel sometimes when I get off of here.
Well, respectfully,
that's why I'm asking, are y'all okay?
All men are gay.
And a lot of men are passive aggressive. And I really, like I said, I think I said this last week, when you guys communicate, your passive aggressive behavior, that's disrespectful. Like that, I remember we did the video last week and then the woman was doing all this and doing all that. And, that's toxic communication. Passive aggressive communication is also toxic. And a lot of men come up here and see how I just disagreed with you. Now I wasn't disrespect. That's passive aggressive,
condescending,
condescending. Like you guys communicate in that manner. So don't, just because you're not, being passionate as you call it or raising your voice, whatever, you're still toxic communicating to us, because passive aggressive is the worst. And you do it a lot, John. I'm gonna call you out on that. You passive aggressive a lot. Beans, you're pretty condescending, sir. I said it earlier in the chat. When you talk, you're pretty condescending. And when we roll the tape back, you're going to see it. Or maybe you won't see, because you choose to turn a blind eye sometimes. Sometimes you'll acknowledge, sometimes you don't. Nevertheless, I think we're done with this part of the conversation. Kevin C got his guns out. He got his muscle shirt on. Nice. Let's find in the comments.
I'm getting ready to go to sleep. I sleep like this.
You looking real good, Miss Kevin. What you want? What you got for us?
I do okay. Hey, first of all, hello, DJ Hemp. Thanks for letting me up. And to the ladies on the panel, to all the gentlemen, hello to all you people. Yeah, very interesting conversation. I actually tried to go back and see if you guys answered the question on the floor. So I just want to, I got a couple of questions to kind of level set the conversation, and then maybe you'll get some smoke depending on the answer, but then and then some follow-up comments. So the question is, are men responsible for single women, right? That's a question on the floor, yes?
Yes.
Okay, so do we agree that men are responsible for wives? Husbands are responsible for wives. We can agree to that, right?
No.
Lady?
What do you mean by that?
Okay, so because when we say are men responsible for women, then we're I'm sorry, single women. Because I'm trying to kind of get to the point. So if we're talking about women, then I want to, see what the status is for wives. So husbands generally are, taken care of and responsible for wives, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And then they're responsible for, daughters, ages 18 or 17 and below. So, that would be fathers, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So if women aren't married, and any one of the ladies can answer this, if women aren't married, then who would be responsible for those women if a man is not attached to them in any way?
See, John, this is what I be talking about. Rather than just making the point, a lot of times you guys will ask all these fucking questions. Just make your point, Kev. Like we don't have to build the narrative for you. Just make your point and say what you want to say. That's exactly what I was describing earlier, the leading questions. Make your point.
Well, it's just a couple of questions, but yeah.
And
so
that wasn't for you, Kev. I'm sorry, but it's just what we were just discussing. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
I got it, because it's been kind of contentious, so I'm trying not to be that way. But at any rate, who's responsible for single, unmarried women who are over the age of 18?
Nobody.
What would the lady say about that? I think men will mostly answer nobody. But what would Miss Love? What would you say about that?
If I understand your question correctly, who's responsible for me as a single woman?
Yeah.
Right? Me. I am.
Okay.
Responsible for myself. Yeah. I'm single. I'm divorced. Yes.
Okay, and the reason I'm asking that is because sometimes it kind of goes both ways. I mean, you're saying that you are, but then you also will have like a general consensus among women, depending on who it is you're talking to, that men are responsible whether they're married to you or not. Because we hear about the men aren't protecting women, and men aren't doing this for women. And I'll always look at it like, if that guy's not attached to you either by family, marriage, or anything to that effect, then why would he be responsible for you?
Okay, I understand your questions. Okay, so let me ask this then. I'm responsible for my. You want to read this first, Hamp, or no?
Yes.
Caesar's Palace, the $2 super chat. Thank you, John. Sign language the whole time, shaking my head. Mr. Britt, $2 super chat. I think TMBR weightlifting to you would be a problem. Thank you, Mr. Britt. So Kevin, yes, I am ultimately responsible for myself. Ultimately, I'm unmarried. I'm single.
Mm-hmm.
So when women say, protect Black women, for example, the situation and I don't want to go too far down this path, but if we're in public and you see a man attacking me, attacking me, why is the natural instinct not to help them?
Well, because, so you understand that man. Okay, I can answer that. Okay, so a man has a choice whether to intervene or not, because he's putting himself at the risk of serious injury or losing his life. That's his choice to make, and he's not obligated to help. He can if he wants to, but he doesn't have to, because self-preservation is first priority. So the idea that he has to, that's really his decision. And if he doesn't, then we can't judge him for that. That includes if my wife is out, one of my daughters, or any woman that I care about, I can't be mad at him if he doesn't intervene. But then I also look at it like, I got to take preventive measures to make sure that I mitigate as much danger as possible when I'm not around. That's what I try to do.
Yeah, but you can't.
For women that I feel I'm responsible for. Even though I can't do it 100%, I try to get it as close as possible, like 97, 98% coverage and protection. That's about the best any man can do. Well, and the only reason I say that is because I've had a couple of incidents when, man, I felt really helpless because things happened and I was not around. Now my kids got through it, and I don't want to go into detail with it, but they got through it. All of that being said, I know we can't do 100% coverage, but with preventive measures, maintenance, and just direction and guidance and how men think as far as safety, security of the people they care about, you can mitigate it, get it down to minimal risk as much as possible, or low as possible. So does that answer your question? And I'm not thinking that could be to anybody, but I just know you a little bit better.
Well, stay right there for a second though. So Love, I guess just to get clarity, you're not, because you're responsible for yourself, right? You don't have a man at this juncture that's responsible for you.
Mm-hmm.
All the men that love you, I love you, your brother loves you, right?
Mm-hmm.
We technically have responsibility to our wives before anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So you don't expect protection, right?
To a certain degree, I do. I'll be very honest with you, because I was thinking immediately to answer that question, but I do expect certain protection. If I have a problem, I expect my brother to handle it in some type of way. Like, I'm going to go to him and talk to him. Hey, I got this going on, because I believe man to man should talk. So for example, if I have a man and I got
And
a
he
problem,
slapped the shit out you.
right,
Mm-hmm.
right. I'm going to call you. I'm going to call my brother. This nigga just sat there and slapped me for no reason. He is abusive. After I try to get my licks off, I might shoot him, maybe. If not, y'all need to handle this. Talk to him man to man. Like, I do expect that. There's a level of coverage I do expect.
Talk to him?
No, if I'm telling y'all, ain't no talk.
Well, that's the thing right now. So now let's say, because I want to make sure it's a dangerous situation, so I got to go with an extreme hypothetical. Okay. You got your ass pistol whipped. Mm-hmm. So we know he got a pistol. Do you still expect us to come out there and put our lives on the line?
I'm gonna call 911 immediately. Right, I'm gonna call 911 immediately.
You know where you live at. By the time they come, you're gonna be.
But at the same time, though, I'm still gonna let y'all know what happened. I am. I'm calling 911, and I'm gonna let y'all know.
Do you agree that you're out, like, that men aren't responsible for you, though?
Of course you're not. Like, you are not, because you have a wife and kids. Yes, that does not. And so is my brother. That does not stop me from contacting y'all and be like, yo, because I'm not out here in this world by myself. I'm not. I don't care what anybody says. Yes, I'm single. I'm unmarried, but I'm not out here alone. I'm not. I have community.
Because of my responsibility.
And I expect my community to show up when I need them to.
Okay, all right. And they've agreed to this. They've agreed to I mean, I guess you guys may have had this conversation, but they kind of agree to this, because I would disagree in the sense that your brother could literally say no. He's like, no, you need to deal with that. Like, he could leave you out there hanging. He doesn't have to do anything.
Nobody has to do anything, but like I said, my expectation is what it is.
Okay, all right, and then that's probably just the issue that I have, is that there's a general expectation, and we hear this quite a bit.
Wait, but it's vice versa too. Like, it's vice versa.
Well, we don't. Okay, go ahead.
But it is vice versa, because
touching on
my brother can expect me to handle some things too. And it's not always violence, right? Like, we don't have to always go to the extreme about violence. It could be some female that, is talking to him crazy, and I can sit there and talk to him, whatever. Like, I can handle things. If he's having an issue legally and he expects me, because my expertise, to handle it, I can do that. So it's not just always violence.
Okay, yeah, but I want to keep it focused on violence, because we're talking about serious injury or losing your life. So, and I understand, and that is a good point. That is a good point. But we're talking about, like, ancillary and tertiary issues. But I want to keep it focused on anything that relates to serious risk to possible injury or losing your life in that incident. So, and I'm saying that because men wouldn't probably call you for that. We're not looking for women to protect us in that way. Men just have to kind of deal with it.
Kevin, instinctually, a man seeing a woman get hurt, you're not going to respond? I think you would.
Probably.
You're assessing the situation.
Okay, so there's a couple of. Okay, so let me see if I can do this real quick.
Well, hold on, Mr. Kev. You don't do nothing real quick. So let me just. I want to get some answers to Sis. I love you. I just want to get some answers to Sis' question. I also don't like how you came out here with them arms out. So now I'm about to come off with no shirt, because you think, like, I would be over 400 pounds.
I get ready to go to sleep, man. But
but nah. So Sis, ask that question. I just want to get a couple yes and no's from the gentleman, and then John the Baptist, can you read the super chat and then maybe expound on what Mr. Kevin
I can't see that. I have my glasses on.
You want it read now?
I want to answer the question first, if you don't mind. Sis, ask the question.
I was saying, instinctually, as a man, you see a woman on the sidewalk just getting choked by a man. and he's just choking her out, leaned up against a building, and you're walking by. Other people are walking by too. You don't stop. You don't
Sis,
try to help
let me
this woman.
clarify. Let me ask a qualifying question. Choking her like Homer choked Bart, tongue out and all that.
From behind or the front, it does.
Or
Yeah, like
triangle,
choking her,
like a
like
triangle chokehold, like a
either
triangle
way.
chokehold.
So like Homer choked Bart. Let's go with that one.
Okay. Is that like
You never
frontal
see when he had his tongue out on the thing?
Okay, all right. That's frontal. Okay, it's like a frontal forward choke, something like that.
You've been in Honduras too long, Mr. Kev. His tongue out like this. Like,
Okay, I got
rage.
Pause,
I
because
told
that
you
was
I'm in the
crazy.
United States right now. Okay, but yeah.
All right. Damn,
Yeah.
I should have never did that. Pause. That was crazy.
Yeah.
I did that. So John the Baptist, you walking down the street random, and she getting choked out like Homer choked Bart. Sis said you going to run in like save her, right, sis?
I'm saying,
Not,
as a man,
I'm not getting
instinctually,
in. I'm
you will
calling the
not.
police. I call the police, but I'm not getting in.
Oh, you call the police? Okay.
Okay. Now she getting choked like Bart. You remember the when it come on, right?
Mm-hmm.
He was fucked if his dad keep choking him.
Yep.
What say you, Mr. Kev?
Probably, if there's no danger, I can assess it very quickly, and I'd probably do something relatively instinctively, but trying to keep myself safe at the same time. Like, and I'm only saying that because that's how I'm going to be thinking.
He the same size as you.
Yeah, he could be the same size or even bigger, slightly bigger. There's ways to kind of deal with people. But my whole point is that
Talk that shit, Kev. Come on.
Huh?
Let him know you stepping in. You ain't walking by
let
like
him
no
finish,
bitch.
sis.
Look, and the reason is, so this question really for me is actually a moral dilemma, because there's times I know we need to do it, but there's times I might hesitate about it. And I normally probably would do it, but then there might be that one or two times where I'm like, nope, I'm not getting involved. I've actually had this situation a couple of times
Kev, you
where
didn't have to switch it up. Instinctually, as a man, you would step in if you assess the situation and you deem there was no immediate deadly threat towards you. So that's it.
Yeah,
You
we're
answered the
talking.
question.
There
You
you
ain't
go.
got to
Knives
change
and
it
guns.
because anything else.
Okay, knives and guns now becomes a different situation.
No, he just choking her.
Yeah, but I'll leave it right there. I'll go with that. I'll go with that.
Yeah, he just choking her. And no knife, no gun.
Okay. Oh
now,
yeah.
wait, hold on, Kev, hold on, because sis trying to put the battery in your back. Now her feet off the floor, so you know he's strong.
I can still deal with him.
All right.
You know?
So you basically gonna knock him out real quick, and then are you gonna call the cops? Or you gonna keep beating him?
Well, so what I'll do is I'll do what I need to do to de-escalate and get the situation under control, and she can call the cops. She needs to help me out at that point, because it's gonna be a fight.
Yeah, word. Beans.
Nah. Ain't my business.
Yeah.
Oh, she's gonna let her get beat.
Like, so this the thing, right? I'm asking rhetorically because I already know the answer. Last year, before June, 5 different black men lost their lives intervening in domestic violence disputes. How many of you all on the panel sent some money to their kids, to their family to help them out with that? Yep.
Oh, come
Ain't
on.
my
We know
business.
you walking by.
I ain't hear
about
that, and I'm a
my
victim
business.
of domestic violence.
We know you walking by. We know.
I know about
my
3 of them.
business.
I wish somebody would have intervened when it was me, but
I wish somebody would have intervened when it was me, and all the women stood there and watched that girl beat on me.
And do you have muscles? Are those real?
Okay, so we got your answer to that. But if there's no danger to you now, are you interested in us helping out?
No, see, this is what I'm saying, bro. Like, it was a time when I would do that, right? I'm okay. Let me be honest. Last year I was at work. These two, this guy and this girl, they was fighting in their car at the gas station when I got off work.
Yeah.
It was mutual combat. I walked up to the car and I was like, "Come on, y'all," because they was black, right? And we at this gas station, all white people. So I'm embarrassed, right? So I'm like, "Come on, y'all." And the dude opened the door and was like, "Hey, man, mind your business." And you know what the girl did? She was like,
okay.
right?
Yeah.
I'm minding my business. At the end of the day, bro, what I realize is that what people don't want to accept is you don't have to be a man to invite an ass kicking. So it ain't my place to be intervening. I got a son and a daughter. They are not old enough to lose me yet. I'm going home.
Okay.
Snowman, hold on. Let me get Snowman in. Snow, what say you?
Say the right thing, Snow.
Hey, look, dude, I'm gonna tell you what. I don't know what she did. She could have just got done trying to stab the dude up. I'm walking by.
City boys, we up.
Seriously, I'll call the cops. I'll call 911 and say, hey, man, there's a domestic dispute going on, but I'm not getting involved. No. I don't know what happened prior to that. All I know is what I see right now. There was something that led up to it.
Somebody had hit me with a good one, sis. So yesterday, because I was having this conversation on Chaotic Panel, and I asked them, like, so, Bob, what if I see you getting jumped by two people at the gas station? Should I intervene? I feel like I would, because, we have some type of, relationship. But he's like, what if I'm getting beat up because I just molested a child?
I guess you're getting beat up.
Right? Now, if I knew that, I would have helped him get beat up as opposed to helping him not get beat up. So, it was just a good, you know what I mean? Because I was thinking, I would, you know what I'm saying? Let me read these real quick. Mike, what up, Mike? With the $10 super chat. Damn, looks like I missed a good one. We up next week, Ham. All right, I got you. Mike Brown, I like this one. Do you deserve protection from random men based on the conversations you had about men? It doesn't come off as you respect men as they are.
Mm-hmm.
Caesar's Palace with the $5 super chat. Can the ladies give one thing black women in mass thinks they need to change to be better women? I'll wait.
This nigga gonna be a corpse.
Damn.
This nigga stupid talking about I'll wait.
Go ahead, Mr. Kev. You had something?
Yeah, and then the reason I asked is that there was an incident. We won't get into the details. I'll just say that there were some men that saw it and they were present. They probably could have intervened, but they didn't. And the reason is, and I suppose one of the reasons that the guy was being really irate, and then he started smacking on a woman pretty hard. There was no weapons at that point or presented or nothing outside of him just hitting up a woman. But the criticism on the men nearby was, there was all you men standing around and nobody helped her. Those guys felt like they felt like they didn't need to. Now, I will say this, the woman there was some escalation on the woman's part. And I suspect that, had that not happened, then maybe that was a judgment on their part. Like, look, I don't need to get involved because it shouldn't have got to that point because now you're looking for help.
Well, so aren't women the ones that wanted to be equal to men? That comes with it.
Yeah,
they know they're not though.
Carefully.
Kevin, did you see the video that was going around on YouTube where the people put together the little study where they had the man out there harassing the woman and everybody was intervening, and then when they switched it up and had the woman out there harassing and hitting on the man, nobody did nothing, and even people were laughing.
Yeah,
so this is what I'm saying, like.
Y'all listed all these excuses, but y'all the leaders, right? Y'all leaders. Y'all leading in society, setting examples. You sound like
we are. We're setting an example right now. We're saying this.
Let me jump in on this because actually there's no such thing.
John, just let me finish
my bad. Go ahead.
We are leading. This is how you do that, right? Sometimes you cannot tell people what to do. You just have to enact certain things, and then people will follow suit, right? So the point is this: we telling the women this. Nobody should have to lose their life because you want to stand outside and argue and go back and forth with a man. If you know that a man should not be hitting on you, if you know that you don't want to fight with a man, why are you going back and forth with him, right? We talked about this yesterday. I played a video. I know, do all of that. I played a video. It's like 90 seconds. The chick is all in the dude's face. What, boo? Do something, boo. What you gonna do, boo? What you mean? No, don't walk away. He like, gone. They outside at a function. Dozens of people there. People all around him. Nobody said nothing. After a minute and a half of this, he said, book up. As soon as he hit her, everybody ran. Come on, fam. No, fam. What you doing, fam? No, fam. Now, where was all that no, fam, what you doing, fam, at when she was all in his face? Clapping.
That was fucking sick. This
and
is
wouldn't
sick.
let him walk
It
away.
is sick. I
But why
agree,
didn't he
Dana.
walk away
It's so
and let her do
I
it by
literally
herself?
just told you the man was trying to walk away,
I
and
heard
she
what you
kept
said.
walking by him. He
Okay,
walked
we
this
heard
way.
you
He
already.
walked
We
in
heard
front of
that.
him.
We heard
Miss
that.
Nay just asked me. She
But
just asked the
he could have
question.
continued and got in his car, just like let she be out
Why
there
does
arguing
he
by herself.
have to?
Why does he have to put hands on her?
I didn't say he did. So there you go again.
You just said he
But
stopped her.
listen.
I
Didn't
told
you
you
just
what
say he
happened. Did I say he
punched her?
had to? Did I say
But,
Oh
he
my
had
God.
to?
but why is a woman
I didn't
exactly?
say he had to.
Why is she instigating the situation
Right.
and make
Mr.
getting
Kev,
them?
I know. See, that's
we're
what I'm
not
saying.
saying her
They're
behavior was
literally,
appropriate.
and
We're not saying her
intentionally,
behavior
right?
was appropriate.
It's
We don't agree with that.
We're not
okay,
just
so why
on
not
her.
address it? Why not address it? If you know that's this is what Hamp was asking earlier. If
What do you
you
mean?
know the
We weren't
specific
there.
point that I'm
We weren't
making,
there to address her
if you
behavior.
know the specific point that I'm making is that all while she was misbehaving, nobody had anything to say.
Gaines,
Then
did
as
she
soon
put
as
hands on
he
him?
started misbehaving, everybody had everything to say.
No,
Gaines,
because
did
they
she
were
put hands
minding their
on him?
business like
Yes.
you.
If
They
I'm
were
trying to
minding
walk
their
away and you
business.
put your hand to stop me from walking away, that's you putting your hands on me. Yeah, sure is.
That's-
Men go to jail for less.
You right.
Right? Don't let me talk about the video. I got another video with a girl walked the dude down for 3 straight
but wait,
minutes.
can you let somebody
Right.
respond to you first?
Okay,
Like,
respond
wait,
to,
take a
okay, so
breath.
my question is
Hold
this.
on.
Why don't people say anything when a woman is doing something?
They
That's
chose
it.
to do what you say you do is mind your business. So what do you
Society,
why are you even
I
asking that
think
question?
we fail to realize something.
You
That
said you're minding your business. That's what
Yes.
those people were doing. They shouldn't have
Yes.
been minding their
wanna be a-
business.
In response to
I
people
think
minding their business.
You want to be a
Yes.
victim
think
so bad.
I think
It
we
didn't
fail to
happen to me.
realize
I'm not a
something. I
victim.
think we fail to realize
See how
something.
that don't work on me?
I
In
want to
the
hear John.
past, in the past 50, we fail to realize in the past 50 years, the roles of men and women in modern day time has changed. So
dramatically.
you can't expect traditional roles in modern day times. And if you want traditional roles, then you have to go back into traditional times. Well, no one is willing to do that anymore. And so you're asking young men, I'm not even talking about my generation, because I at least gonna do it for my wife and my kid, my daughter. That's not even a question. But to walk down the street and just think every single female that I don't know deserves my protection in modern day times is unrealistic now. I'm not teaching my son that anymore. No, it's only deal with the women who agree to you follow your plans, your principles, your standards. Therefore, they don't put you in a situation that you can't handle.
Bars.
Yeah, no, that seems logical, right?
Why do people go to the military and fight for America? People they don't even know.
That's
Why
a
do they
choice, though. That's a choice for a young man to do that. That's a choice.
And it's a choice for you to help a bystander.
Sis, the only thing
Usually
about
they
that
do.
choice is
If I go to the military, I get paid to do that.
Right.
I get
They're
benefits for doing
getting
that.
a financial gain.
If
Generally,
I
you get
die doing it, my
give and
family's taken
take.
care of.
Yeah, it's a give and take there, sis, right? So I think
That's
that's the
a
biggest
little
difference.
shaky, I think. But
But
okay.
The military is kind of a
but
larger
also
purpose.
there's no judgment happening though, right? Because when Mr. Kev said what he said, we applauded it, and then when the other men said their answer, right, we felt disgusted.
Yeah, I do. I
Um,
can agree. I can say that.
think I would help with caveats.
well,
No
yeah,
danger.
we understand. Now Dana, are you saying that? Because I don't know if you were being facetious, so I want to clarify. When you were talking to podcast and the girl kept grabbing him, are you saying that she shouldn't have been slapped?
You talking about last week's discussion when she?
Well, remember Black
you talking
Moses
about-
said he grabbed the girl's arm when she tried to walk away, and we called him abuser. But if this girl grabbing him and yelling in his face, what happened?
I don't think her grabbing him to keep him there present in the conversation. I'm not advocating for it, or I'm not condoning it. Rather, I'm not saying that it's right, but I don't think that that warrants him to fucking knock the shit out of her, knock her into a wall.
But you treated Black Moses, and I have to be fair. You treated Black Moses like shit when he grabbed the woman to keep her in the conversation.
Yeah,
So do
you're
you
right.
feel the same about this woman?
That shit is not equal. It's not equal. And maybe that's whatever. That's unfair, or it's I don't know. a man putting his hands on a woman, to me, is never ever going to be acceptable. It's never going to be. It's never going to be the same.
But hold on. But at some level, women can put their hands on men, to some extent.
Just, I'm not saying that either, Hamp. I'm not trying to justify it or
what
say
if
like
man's life is on the line.
Hold on. Go ahead, Dana.
I'm not saying it's okay for either party to put their hands on one another, but what I'm saying is, a woman grabbing a man's arm to keep him present in the conversation, even if it's her getting rah-rah in his face, and even if he's dead ass wrong, it will never warrant or justify that man knocking her the fuck out.
But hold on. But when Black Moses said he grabbed her arm to keep her present in the conversation, he was castrated. Wait, Asia. I'm talking to Dana.
Oh,
because this was the back and forth, because I noticed it, right? I just edited it, so I got a chance to watch it 1,000 times. So why because after he said it, you were done with him? Are you done with this lady in the same manner?
No, if I'm being honest with you, it wouldn't be the same. It's not the same. It's not the same. Man, that's that man. So if you were a man, but I'm also not saying that she's right. I'm not condoning it, and I'm So I want to be perfectly clear on that point as well. Like there's no reason why anybody should ever need to put their hands on one another, especially men and women with one another. But you also have to understand too, men being men and being bigger and stronger and having masculine energy over us. Like that shit is just not the same. We're not fucking equal, and we never will be. So you putting your hands on me as a man is not the same as me I can slap the shit out of you right now, Hamp, and you would laugh in my fucking face. You slap the shit out of me, I'm going through the wall. Quite literally.
You knowing that, why would you do it? With you knowing that, why would you engage in that to begin with?
Well, Snowman, I'm not somebody who would engage in
I'm not saying you. I'm not saying. I didn't mean you particularly.
I know what you're saying, but what I'm saying is, regardless of the reason, if that person is engaging or not, whether it's warranted or whether they're in the person's face, or I'm not saying that that's right. But that does not ever at this point, it's like blaming the victim. Like, well, you shouldn't have been walking down the street.
So
that's kind of what you're doing, though, man. Because if you're saying that a woman can attack them.
Hold on, Snowman. No, I got you. I'm not trying to usurp the conversation. I just want to make sure we just go down it. So, Dana, do you feel that could be pretty scary, though? Like the fact that women kind of think it's okay to put their hands on men. Here's what you got to understand in that situation. If it's me and Snowman, and he keep grabbing me, we could be friends or not. He keep grabbing me and turning me and jumping in my face. We're going to have a fight. Yeah, it's going to be a real fist fight right then. But it feels like women abuse the fact that they don't think they should be punched in their mouth. That's scary.
That women do abuse that. Absolutely. I'm not justifying it, but I'm also not saying that. But I'm also not saying that somebody provoking you gives you license to knock the fucking living shit out of them.
Can I ask Tay a question real quick?
No,
yeah, we can ask Tay a question, but I want to make sure Snowman got to ask Dana a couple questions because he was trying to get some clarity as well.
I lost it, man, listening to you guys. So go ahead, continue on. My bad.
Okay. NRG with the $2 super chat. Will the women cover the funeral costs or bail?
Of course not.
Nope.
So can I say something? Can I just say something real quick?
Okay, and then I want to get the question asked to Tay. Go ahead.
Oh, okay, real quick. So no, I want to provide clarity about what Black Moses said last week. From what I remember, it wasn't just to keep her in the conversation. He said he would yoke her up. I thought those were exact words. I would snatch her up or yoke her up if she tried to walk away or she said something too smart. He didn't just sit there and say to keep her there. So I wanted to provide that clarity around what Black Moses said.
I said that. He said grab her, and I said yoke her up.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like
I thought he was, but I didn't. But
y'all gotta chill. Y'all gotta chill. Because I recollect. I'm just saying. I just did it. So what I'm saying is, it doesn't. It takes away from my credence, right? If you saying that I recited it incorrectly, that's why I was asking Dana specifically.
Okay, I'm asking you though. I thought he went like this. I thought that he said that, and a part of it too was him saying he didn't regret it when Dana furthered it. because I think Dana said, I mean, Nate as well. We were saying how that's kind of abuse, and does he regret it? He said no. So
that was after Dana was already done with him. I'm talking about Dana. I'm not talking about the entire. I'm about to release that members only tomorrow morning, so you can watch it.
Fine. The other part I want to make. I mean, it's late. I want to go ahead. 2 points. The other point was, somebody should have interjected when that woman was if she was smacking him or whatever. But it's funny how men use these extreme examples to say with women hitting other men. I don't think hitting anybody should be right. Like the woman shouldn't hit the man at the park in that video, whatever. But don't let that be your justification for saying women deserve to get hit, beat
if
up,
I may, real quick,
whatever. I want to be very clear on that. That's a very slippery slope, because there are also examples, more often than not, domestic violence, where the woman could not have the food properly heated up and she would get the daylights knocked out of her. Okay. So you are sitting there making faces and shaking your head, but those are examples as well where a man, someone said, well, what did she do first? How do you know she didn't do X, Y, and Z? That's a very scary justification in saying that part first. Well, what did she do? What did she deserve? Did she touch him first? Or did she get too smart? I just saying, just be very careful, man, with this part of that conversation.
Man, I always want to say some type of provocation.
If I may add something to this real quick. So we've already clarified, and this is going to be the clarification, that at no point should a man or a woman ever put their hands on each other. That we can all agree on, right?
Yes.
So, but what I'm hearing with that being said is that if a man does happen to put his hands on a woman, it's all right for her to defend herself and fight back. But if a woman puts her hands on a man, it's not okay for him. He should never.
No, that's not what we're saying, and that's not the scenario that was presented.
Let's say, but he asking separate.
No, I'm not saying that at all.
I think he should try to restrain her in some sort of way, but not to harm her, because he knows that he is physically stronger.
No, that's what they're saying. You cannot defend yourself against women.
Well, what if you're left with no other option but to harm her? What if the woman's coming at you and she literally trying to stab you with a knife?
Do what you gotta do.
Knock the fuck out. It's a silly question.
It's not silly. It's silly to you because you don't like the question, but it's a realistic question. It happens daily.
No, to defend yourself, that's
knock her the fuck out.
Defend yourself. Of course.
Let me ask a better question. Let me ask something. If a girl spit on me, Nay, what should I do?
If you're a woman there, let her handle it.
If a girl spits on me, Nay, what should I do?
I wouldn't say slap her though, because she didn't necessarily,
Sounds
she
crazy,
didn't necessarily touch you.
Let me ask somebody else that's gonna give me an answer. Dana, if a woman spit on
don't
me,
put your hands on her.
What should I do, Dana?
I'm never gonna say you should slap her, but maybe just shake her up real good or something. I don't know.
All right, Dana,
don't hit her. Don't hit her.
Sis,
don't do that.
Sis, I know I can depend on sis. Sis, if a woman spit on me, what should I do?
That's actually assault, and you should smack the dog shit out of her.
I'm with sis on that.
That is the ultimate disrespect.
Big mommy, you better not.
Yeah, but she didn't put her hands on you.
She needs to be bent over your knee and her ass busted like a kid.
So the general consensus is that we shouldn't hit women, but I'm just saying we just have to remember that there are men who don't abide by that. They have no compunction at all.
A lot of them here.
There are men who and that's what that we see that get tested periodically, and then women get surprised. And I wouldn't do it because I know what I'm capable of doing. All of that being said, there are men who have no problem, taking a woman to unconsciousness, and then and that's happened too. You see the video.
Let me ask Tay this question, right?
Yeah, ask Tay this question, but I just want to put out the disclaimer. I don't give a fuck. Man, woman, or child, don't spit on me, please.
For real.
I'm dog walking shit. I'm gonna tell you that now. Do not spit on me, please.
I don't know that should be laws to say that you get to say that that's assault.
Nay, I don't want to hear you jump rope. Go ahead, B.
No, that's not a law to say that. So spit back. Don't hit her.
I want to test.
It is
theory,
assault,
right?
Nay.
I was gonna say there is a law.
I want to test the theory, right? So let me ask you this: do you think it's okay for a parent, mother or father, to hit their children?
You mean to discipline them?
I mean to hit them.
I mean, well, I've been hit. So as the child growing up, that's how I was disciplined. So I
you
feel
think
like
it's okay?
I think it's okay to be disciplined. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we have.
Would you acknowledge that a parent, mother or a child, are much bigger and stronger than their children?
Mother or father, yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. I do. I agree.
So do you see the flaw in this ideology that a man shouldn't hit a woman because he's bigger and stronger?
I'm following, and yeah, and that's
I know what you're saying.
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying, but I also would like to reiterate, like, I don't think we should be hitting on each other, period.
Mm-hmm.
But because you guys are bigger and stronger and whatnot, yeah, like it's a little scary. But I don't condone violence, period. But I see what you're saying. Yeah, I think sometimes it's necessary. Some people got to be knocked the fuck out.
I expected as much from you. Thank you.
I like what you just used that analogy, because as someone that has been through domestic violence, I had to reevaluate the situations with my kids and say, I can't do that, because automatically I start to look at myself like I feel like I'm now an abuser. So I was like, I can't even put my hands on my kids, and I have boys. So I was like, I definitely can't do that, because they are going to get bigger, and my boys are taller than me. Another reason why I'm not doing that. That's just me. Not every parent thinks like that, but I was like, yeah, hell no, I'm not doing that. I'm not.
Right. So for the viewers, just so that they understand, if you as a mother believe that you can hit a child that you're bigger and stronger than with enough restraint that you don't do that much damage to them, and that it's supposed to come off as love, the same can be said for a man without minus the love part. A man can hit a woman with enough force to get her away from him and to make her want to stop. Because what the women are here, and I'm not saying that this is what they're saying, right? But we've acknowledged the slippery slope as it pertains to what is potentially to happen to women. But we're just disavowing the slippery slope that a woman can just invade a man's space, right? To the point where he has to walk away. And if she continues to walk, he should walk faster. And if she continues to walk faster, he should run. Like his space can't even be his own space. That is a slippery slope.
This shit is nuts. This constant trying to justify putting hands on women is fucking ridiculous. And why are you running from what? When did y'all become so scared of women?
That is what you're hearing. That's what you want to hear. That's not what I just said.
What's even
that is not what. Hold on, Snowman. Hold on, because that's not what I just said. I didn't justify a man hitting a woman at all.
I formulated an opinion based off of what you said, and it's my
opinions
opinion.
Are
it's my opinion that you're trying to justify. Shut up. It's my opinion that you're trying to justify. It's my opinion that you're trying to justify putting hands on women. I can say that, and that's not wrong because it's my opinion.
Yeah,
because you said so again, right?
Yes, opinions can be wrong. If it was a man's opinion that you were ugly, you would tell him he was wrong, right? Because we both know that you're not ugly.
That's his opinion. I am ugly to some people. People come up here every fucking week and tell me I'm ugly.
See how you just saying anything to win? Nobody thinks you're ugly, Dana. Stop it.
Have you been in the comments?
Dana. Nobody has ever used ugly in an argument with you.
Am I making this shit up?
Yes.
Am I making this shit up? People come in these fucking comments every week calling.
Girl, you're right. Don't listen to him. We know you're right. Yes, they do call us ugly every single week.
Just
hold on, what you're not gonna do is tell me that my opinion is wrong, because I'm not gonna tell you that your opinion is wrong. That's just ridiculous. That's a ridiculous.
I don't know that that's ridiculous. It's an opinion. It can be wrong.
Now you're just talking out your ass.
That's why they have something called educated opinions, right? Because that means you've actually taken the time to learn something about the specific topic that you're talking about. Exactly. So why is that bad? Why is it bad that I'm actually using the education that I was teaching? Why is that bad? Why is that bad? Like you go to sit up here and use trolls as nobody in real life is arguing with you on a personal level and says that's why you're ugly. That never happens, right? Because everybody knows you're not ugly. Opinions can be wrong. So what I'm saying is I'm not justifying a man hitting a woman. What I am saying is that we don't discuss the whole entire thing as equal. We're discussing the slippery slope of what it means of watching what we say, because that might suggest that men can just hit on women, but we're not saying, it's a slippery slope that a woman might get hit on if she's continuously invading a man's space.
You're trying to justify it.
We're not. I don't have to justify it. It
You
happens.
just did. You did.
Happens. I don't have to justify it. It happens all the time throughout history. Pretty much. I'm pretty sure Adam slapped the shit out of Eve when they got kicked out of the Garden of Eden. Okay, and that's another thing, Kevin. See, I want to say to you really quickly, right? Because you said I want to make sure that you were, when you said, is a man responsible for a wife? Are you saying is a man responsible for making a woman a wife? Is that what you were asking?
No. Just she's already a wife at that point. We're not talking about all that other stuff. Okay,
because I had went on mute for a second.
I did. I had one more thing, and then that's pretty much it. Unless the ladies had a question for me, because I could go for a couple, but I'll leave on this one. And I think somebody said it, and I don't know who said it, but it was something about men don't deserve or a certain type of wife or woman, whatever. Men deserve the type of woman that they can actually get based on their perceived value to that specific woman, and if she approves and agrees to his program. So that's going to be based on what he looks like, how much he earns, his character, and a whole bunch of other things, and his proven and demonstrated capabilities. So yeah, men deserve what it is they can get. That's pretty much how that works. So women don't decide that, men do. That's because the way it was framed, it sounded like, well, no, you don't deserve that. You guys got to lower this or do that. No, men aren't going to adjust. Men, if they can't get what they want, then they just don't want it. So with all the stuff that we have to do as husbands, fathers, and all the work we have to put in, we need to get the type of woman that we want. And if we don't, then that means we either got to improve to get to that point, or we just don't want it. So we're
Go ahead. Oh, you done? Oh, my bad.
Mm-hmm.
Angry Snowman, I know you were trying to get in too.
Yeah, what Beans was talking about earlier. I just had an interesting thought, and it's probably not going to be popular with the women, but don't you find it interesting that what they consider foreplay in the bedroom, any other time they consider assault and domestic violence?
Hello, we're not talking about BDSM. That's a whole different thing, sir.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't have to be BDSM. Almost all women like a little bit of being roughed up in the bedroom. Almost everyone.
Not in my experience, and I'm a sexual health and wellness coach.
We're not talking about intimate people. We're talking about like random women antagonizing men to the point of whatever it is happens, and then situation getting out of control. I can't relate to food. But yeah, did you Amp or the ladies or John the Baptist, or did you guys have anything for me? I'll go ahead. I'm listening in the background. I was going to go ahead and take on off, but I do appreciate the dialogue. That was actually pretty good.
No,
that was a hell of a KFC, man.
Kevin,
thanks for coming.
All right, hey, you guys, good night. And I will say this to the ladies: there are times that there's disagreement and stuff, but one of the things I like about you guys is that you do actually give pretty good, and intelligent feedback, and then counterpoints, and you actually try to have some level of intelligent discourse. I've actually talked to other women, and they just kind of shut stuff down. That's actually why I like talking to y'all, even if whether we agree or disagree. So I do appreciate it from you ladies.
Why are you complimenting them? You should be complimenting me.
You too, sir. You too, Mr.
No, I'm saying I taught them everything they know.
Did you?
No, but you didn't mean it's like pulling teeth. You gotta see. You wasn't here in the days when only was 9 people watching. You wasn't here back then. This shit was We had to have class after. We had to have meetings.
Yeah, but they actually do they do a lot better job than I've seen with other groups of women. Really, you guys do that. Whether we agree or not, you guys do overall a really good job. So thank you for that.
All right. Have a good night.
I now understand your name though that you chose. I never understood it on Chaotic Stream, but now I understand it.
You understand now? Yeah, man, this might be risky, man. Good grief.
I get it, man.
Yep, man. I'm not, Chaotic don't let us curse. I don't care about none of that shit, man. We need good content.
But actually, though, man, if you think about it, because he don't let us curse, it's actually changed a lot of our vernacular to where we don't curse as much now.
Yeah, I just keep 20 in the kitty because I'm sick of his shit.
No, I'm not paying him for that crap. Screw that. I'll just leave.
You know what I like about? You know what I hate about Chaotic? I could give him a noogie anytime I felt like it if I seen him in person.
Oh yeah.
We'll be in the middle of eating. I'd be like, just come here. Like he can't do nothing about it. little motherfucker. Damn, man.
Why you so?
No,
Why you
your
so?
channel ain't racist. Okay, that's what I like about your channel versus Chaotix. This shit racist as hell. His channel proves racism still exists. Okay, there's no argument against that shit.
Yo,
this
Chaotic
nigga right here. People have said I was ugly. Your lying ass out here.
Dana, you've been getting mad compliments in the chat.
That's affluenza.
But you know what's crazy? First of all, Hamp was the first one to insult us in our appearance. Okay, Hamp, you called all of us 3s and 4s and these low ranking.
No, I said all y'all between a 3 and a 6.
And then made us come on live and wipe our faces with Neutrogena.
Right.
Man.
So that was just the starting point.
Not
Neutrogena. Rock's ass was in the comments and said,
episode.
"Fuck everybody! All these bitches is ugly except for Lex."
That's right.
Come on, man. That's trolling.
On a good day. I'm not listen. Wait. I don't think there's any merit. I don't have insecurity. I don't think I'm an ugly ass person. But I was making.
I'm right. Y'all between 3 and 6. All of y'all.
Nigga, I'm cute. Anyway, that wasn't the point.
Can be
yeah. 6 is really cute. 5 is average. 4 is right there.
That 5 is a good
I don't know a
woman.
single woman that's a 7 or an 8.
Yeah, that's hard to achieve.
What? I ain't no fucking
Alex
3. I
is
know
sexy
that.
as hell, though. I don't know what it is. Hey, I'm gonna be honest with you, Ham. Alex was made me keep watching the first time I tuned in.
Alex?
The first time I tuned in, I was like, "Who is this?" I seen
He's saying
Alex,
Lex,
like,
I think.
He's
Are you saying Lex, the light skin? Like,
no. I thought the girl ain't her name Alex or she got.
You talking about Alex? That's a model on your channel too.
The married one? She's married.
I don't care. I'm just talking about how
we have an Alex and a Lex. You talking about Tuesday, right?
I'm talking about Alex, the black girl.
Wednesday.
On Wednesday. Oh,
that nigga is sexy. It's not like she just looks so good. She just sexy.
Well, she married, man.
So
that's why she looks sexy.
What if that nigga don't make it? I gotta plant my seeds.
No.
I'm trying to get my Nick Cannon on.
Y'all ain't shit. You and Angry Snowman ain't shit.
You need to
man.
stop reproducing. No,
for real. We don't need more of that.
Hold
on to
Get out of here.
Let somebody swallow that seed, please.
Let me tell you something. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I love y'all because y'all are intelligent. You just use your intelligence for evil. That's all it is. And that's it.
Respect, sure.
The show would be boring if you didn't do it, though. If we came up here and was like, ladies, y'all need to paint your toenails pink. And y'all was like, yeah, we do need to paint our toenails pink. The show would be boring, right? So you got to be like, you don't get to tell us what color to paint our toenails, right? You got to do that shit or it's going to be boring.
Chief, what up? With the $20 super chat. Appreciate you. You late as hell, bro. You probably just getting on. But yeah, man, we had a good time tonight. What the fuck? Hood Mystic said the ladies held it down today. He said y'all was undefeated.
Man, if he don't get
That's what he
his...
said.
That's what he said. That's what that smart man said.
What's that nigga name? Everybody hate Baby Derek Jackson sounding ass nigga.
Yo, if he was saying agreeing to everything by what Isha said, he ain't coming back. Because niggas be gay, but they like hanging out with their friends. That's crazy.
His man card needs to take it immediately, dude.
Yeah.
Immediately.
Does the snowman look like Knightish, like a white Knightish?
He does.
Oh, come
they
on.
do favor each other a little bit.
You ain't shit,
I think it's because of the hat. I think it's because of the hat.
It's technical as Knightish. Knightish is too damn technical.
Thank you,
Snowman's conversation is definitely.
You like to talk, nigga. Oh my god.
He asked me a question.
You
You just a hater. That's all it is. He literally asked me a question. I'm responding. You a hater.
Oh shoot.
You hate on me because I got a GED.
See, this is why guys prefer to hang out with guys, though.
Tell her again, Mike Brown. Mike Brown, $2. Dana, no one has called you ugly.
Exactly. Never.
T.O. $4.99. Opinions can be wrong. Somebody's opinion can be 1 + 1 = 3. That's wrong, ain't it?
Depends on how you look at it. I'm just saying, you take one person plus one person and they have a kid, 1 + 1 = 3.
I just can't believe it. You know what? Let me not lie. I can't believe it. She a black woman. She halfway light skinned, and she can wear a ponytail. She definitely believes her opinion can't be wrong. And
I'm halfway light skinned. That's the only thing I heard. I'm halfway light skinned.
Halfway light skinned, okay, and can rock a ponytail. Everybody can't do that.
You.
You definitely think your opinion can't be wrong.
That's not true at all.
That's
this shit has been interesting, man. Y'all went all the way around the globe. I don't know. The only Angry Snowman lose. I don't know if he lost. I gotta watch it back, man.
Yeah,
no, Angry Snowman. I'm gonna say he didn't lose only because I think that he doesn't have all of the facts. I think once Angry Snowman goes back and does some research, then it'll be a different conversation. But I think that the information we were presenting to him today was news to him, and I think that his opinions may change.
He just said no, Dana.
Because
he just said no.
Because nobody gave me any facts. All you gave me is nobody proved anything. All you did is told me something. You know.
Well, I said if you did research, but if you're not interested, that's fine too. But I don't think that you lost.
It wouldn't change it though.
Listen, man.
Ain't nobody talking about you or to you.
I wasn't talking to you
Hey,
either, little ugly ass girl.
By the way, I wanted to comment to Barnabas because he's talking about how I smell, and I think he smells like 3-week-old burnt hot dog water.
Barnabas live on the west side of Baltimore. You know he smell at halftime. Listen, man. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. It helps the channel the most. This has been amazing, man. I'm gonna have a good time editing this one. There's topics I didn't even think about that we went through. So shout out to the callers, shout out to the fellas for calling in. Cause the ladies, this shit is not easy getting up here with them. Like, and I don't use the word hyena because that has a different connotation, but they ready. They do this shit. They practice. You know what I'm saying? We do the thing where you can't say some. So they ready to give answers. So they got a wholly different vibe to it. I don't really fuck with Jerry Springer, but I do like one of his constructs. Man, John the Baptist, frying, making eggs. Tay, final thought.
My final thought is I'm not blaming men or women for singledom because I feel like you can live your best life and meet a partner, and that just changes everything for you. So stay open to love in all forms and don't be violent to each other.
Word. Dana.
Go ahead.
Wow, this has been an interesting evening. Thank you to everybody who came up and had conversation with us. But I don't necessarily think men are responsible for so many single women, but I think that there are some adjustments that can be made with regard to expectations and requirements. Also, I'm very grateful to the men who are in my life who wouldn't let me just get Bart Simpson choked up or yoked up and who don't believe in putting hands. So ladies, surround yourself with some men who aren't some bitches, please.
Jesus. Word. John?
Oh, so she gonna say the B word, you gonna come to me, right, huh? I see what you did. But nah, I will say my final thoughts is no, people are responsible for their own choices. So if a woman is single, it's because she chose to be. A lot of times, it's because she chose to be single. She hasn't found a man that's suitable for her, and so therefore she's single because she wants to be single. If she wanted to be married, she would be married. And to the thing, final thought on if you want men, like I always say, be intentional rulers, be intentional kings. Keep people in your circle who are willing to follow your leadership. If they can't follow your leadership, don't keep them in your circle.
Word. Snowman?
Yo, dude, all I got to say is I'm glad that I'm not part of the dating world anymore for the last decade and ain't got to deal with this madness.
Amen to that.
Straight
Amen
up.
to that.
Beans?
That's all I got.
Listen, man, the Puerto Rican woman is God. Black women come in second.
You're stupid.
No, listen. In real life, I don't like seeing anything happen to black women. When I saw that video of the lady and her son in Chicago, I was like, dang, man, that's crazy. You don't hit no woman like that. You don't beat on no woman. You don't punch on no woman. You definitely don't put your feet on no woman, bro. Like, that's not how you do that. You open hand slap the shit out of her ass and get her in check. You heard me? Beans, I'm out.
Word. Love.
My first thought is I'm voting for Beans to keep a full shirt on next time he's on camera.
Every fucking week.
Word. Secondly, I'm going to say that community is so key, and I'm glad that I have my community. Thirdly, violence is not the answer on either side. And lastly, communication. I said communication already? Sorry, I'm sleepy. Communication, listening to what the other is saying. And if you don't understand what the other is saying, be open to ask questions and be open to answer them. But you have to listen. Listening is key. And lastly, love is love.
Word. Sis.
Oh Lord. Shout out to Kev for being a man's man. I can respect his energy. Also too, if you're a single mother, if you do not have the father in the home or a living partner, you're considered a single mom. No matter which way you spin it. Ask Google, if you don't believe me. Outside of that, have a good night.
Word. Yeah, man, a lot was said. There's some good points, valid points. I just asked that, I think that men will want to protect even random women to an extent, right? But it's been so much going on for so long, and we haven't been aligned for so long. It's tough to get there now, So like John was saying, maybe if things look a little bit differently, you could have that expectation. But just right now, it's just too dangerous. You don't know what's happening. And if you look at some of the domestic abuse stats, you'll be surprised how they're skewed. But men very rarely in those situations get the benefit of the doubt. So it's tough, man. It's tough. I don't know what the fuck sis is talking about. Single mother because your taxes. Put sis in the bathroom.
Talk to Google. Y'all Google everything, right?
I don't Google shit, nigga. Then this is my final thought. God damn it.
I don't give up.
Hamp, you got a new member too.
I'm gonna choke. Sis, come here. Dana, you see this? You like that?
Hold on, Hamp. You gotta protect her. Don't do that.
I don't see nothing.
You gotta protect her cussing you out, Hamp.
Hey man,
you out. You gotta take
care. On my nerves when I was 3 years old, John. Hold on, I think we got a new member. Oh, Vince. Vince been rooting for the ladies all night. Hey, Vince, we appreciate you for coming a new member, man. A part of the family. We appreciate it. You know what I mean? NRG. He just typed. Somebody block NRG, please. He just typing shit in here. Hey, man, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Like, share, subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. And we out.